What is happening, people? Wolfie here, trying to do a little bit of an impromptu stream on the Newcastle Milan game. There's a reason why I'm doing a little bit of an impromptu stream, and hopefully that will become apparent when I send said invite. I'm not actually quite watching the game right now because I'm a little bit late. Paste. Here we go. One minute. Big up, Carl. What's up, brother? How are you doing? What's your thoughts on the Milan Newcastle game? I'm trying to see if I can get Mama Flossie on. Big up, Carl. That's what I'm trying to get. I hope the Newcastle win. Up the castle. See who jumps on to who does not. Here we go. So we're going to see if I can get Andy on as well. Andy Bell for this Newcastle Milan feed. Try and get some of the Newcastle fans that don't get as much airtime on a little bit. Oh dear. A quick look at the news. Team news. Looking forward to it. Mad group this is. Yes, it is, Carl. It's been an absolutely mad one. And Newcastle's fortunes have flipped a little bit. But I think they beat Milan last time, wasn't it? That's like 2-1 or 1-0 or something. So hopefully Newcastle can just make one little final press into Europe and just secure it. And I think they're through already, but hey ho. But Newcastle, always fun to watch this year. See if anyone else joins us. I hope they win anyway. I'm old school in that sense of like, if there's a foreign team against the British team, you back the British team. You know what I mean? Not today, Johnny Foreigner. Not today. Let's see if anyone joins. Oh, Carl, if you want to jump on as well, just let me know, mate, and I'll drop you a link in the chat. Newcastle, despite the hardships of late, fight like dogs. That could be hope. Exactly, yeah, they do. That's one thing I agree with you. They weren't 100% there, Carl. The fight they put in, it's quite good, man. That's why even when they've had 11 or whatever injuries, because the style's still similarly there, they still can pick up results, which is quite cool. Not Eddie Howe's best fan, but definitely like the Castle. Not a bad club at all. Very loyal fan base as well. It's at home as well, so that, you know, that Toon Army always carried them a bit further than what they, even with the and they love the underdog story over there. Okay, right. Let's get onto the game. Newcastle popping it around, cross. Ooh! Ooh! I'm a bit late onto the feed. I apologise, everyone. Appreciate that, mate. We'll hop on Sunday. Have people over at the minute. Yeah, no worries, brother. You know, there's few people out here that work as hard for everyone else as yourself, Carl. You know, you're always welcome on my streams, bud. Top guy. If you had a channel, I'd tell people to like and subscribe. I'm watching you. My missus just texted me to tell me she's watching me. Hi, babe. Homework's going okay. Oh, dear. Anyway, hang on. If you're really watching, why doesn't it say kitten in the chat? You lie! Anyway, Newcastle. I hope they beat Milan. I really do. Oh, yeah. They're always watching. Yeah, big up. Oh, yeah. Hello, Rosie. How are you? Thank you for asking after me, by the way. Warren did say. I appreciate that. I'm alive and well. Well, he locked me in the sin bin, you see, and he forgot to let me out. PSG trying to play out. Newcastle not letting them breathe. Free kick. Good position. So what does everyone think? What's going to happen? Oh, Sai's in the chat as well. Big up, Sai. I love that name. Great name. HTT. Big up, my brother. How are you? Hope everyone is well this evening. Quite a few in the house tonight. Good evening, all. Hope everyone is well. You beautiful people, you. Lovely community we have. So what does everyone think about Newcastle? What do you think the score is going to be? Oh, there she is. Because I haven't messaged because I'm at work. Yeah, I know, babe. You ain't got to tell me that. I know. Oh, ha 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 ha. I thought you were in a huff because you got carded. Yeah, that was an unfair carding. I have to say, in Warren's team, that was an unfair booking. I think you should have got the card because for unladylike conduct and making bad jokes. Well, you know, I digress. Because I'm at work. I know, babe. I know. She'll kick my ass later for that. I'm not getting a message as well. Yes, he does. I'm always watching you. Okay. Yeah. Other scores right now. Everyone's 0-0 for, I think. Newcastle trying to play. Bit broken up at the moment. See what happens. I did first. Yeah, I know you did, mate. That was kind of the weird thing. I think like you're between me and you, like, you're definitely Warren's favorite because it kind of started off as really like you were starting to insult me, and I started bantering you back, and then he gave me the booking, which is weird. But there you go. I digress. Here you go. I think it's a shame Newcastle got robbed at PSG. PSG will get a result versus Dortmund. Dortmund are too inconsistent, and they've already qualified. Yes, they were a little unlucky. It was very, 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 very shame about what happened to them. But I do not get into a huff, by the way. I resent that. Oh, yeah, agreed. All right, fair enough. The lady's being a lady. Yeah, but I do think Newcastle have enough to beat them. And I'm not being funny. That's part of the reason why I wanted to watch this game. I did invite Mama Flossie to join us, but because obviously she's a Newcastle fan. She's not seen it or not, so she might be walking the dogs or something, so I'll give her time. I did invite, obviously, Andy Bale as well, another Newcastle fan. These guys don't have their channels, but they are very, very lovely, nice people. Atletico Madrid 1-0 up. Rosie's on the pulse, as always. Good up for you, mate. I think it's about time, actually, Atletico finally got to another Champions League final. Simeone deserves a Champions League with them. Been to so many. He's been to 2 finals, lost both. Both against Real, wasn't it? Yeah, they're both against Real. Carlo Ancelotti's Real Madrid. What else? We've got RB Leipzig versus Young Boys. Oh, yeah, man. Does anyone doubt Man City are going to win today? Oh, Celtic Feyenoord. Come on, Celtic. It's always nice in Scotland on European nights. Oh, just text. Might catch you later on, mate. That good? Yeah. You want to jump on later? Oops. Later. Fine. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Agreed, Wolf. Everyone dangerous side. Don't want to see them in the final 16. Well, that's the thing, you know. Simeone's got the know-how in the business. There you go. Oh, there you go. Lady Rosie on it as well. Porto 1-0. Middlesbrough 1-0. There you go. You got any bets on today? Rosie. You got a little accumulator or something rolling. I wonder. I'd be very surprised if you didn't, knowing you. Right, enough of that Celtic shit. Lady Penalty. Steady on. I've got the yellow cards now. Steady on. Millwall 1-0 against Leicester at the King Power 2. Oh God. Who genuinely put your hand up if you like Millwall? Like, come on, I think they're the club that everyone hates. Nah, they were at Millwall, but They got a bit of a reputation about a bit like Wimbledon and Leeds. Kick the life out of you. Absolutely kick the life out. Oh, here we go. Accumulated for less than 10 p. Wait. Do drop that one to me, Rosie. Please let me know what you've done and accumulated for. Hang on, how much is it worth if it goes through? Or like 10p. You must have done some dodgy, weird bet. Nice boogie. All right, cheers. Thanks, Tony. Much obliged. Taking a Mickey out of me. Well, did you see how bad Barca were versus Genoa? Yes, I did. I know. I love how Barcelona have fallen from grace. It's just fantastic watching them struggle. And yes, I see them get decimated 4-2 at home. They were awful the other day. Absolutely awful. 700 quid? All right, I've got to hear this. If you're on Instagram, you got to show me that one. That's nuts. There you go. Oh. I just say that, didn't they? They bloody scored. Millwall. Celtic aren't favourites to win. Even if they were, you wouldn't like to because you're a Rangers fan. I'm Leeds by birth and Bournemouth born and bred. So after last night, I'm keeping an eye on the Leicester game. Oh, fair enough. Hey, I'll tell you what. Dunrevy's Leeds at times did, regardless of their reputation, very good footballing team with some good players. Very, very good. A lot of good English teams in the 70s. The Forests, Liverpools, the Arsenals, the Leedsies, the Derbys, of course, for those that know. Young man, why are you playing up my football club song? I've been bobbing up and down with nerves. Here we go. Here you go. He's not jumping on, but I bet you will do okay. Payback for France. Oh, no. Well, no, actually, no. PSG, has PSG got any chance of going out tonight, or at least being dropped out of the top two? If Dortmund somehow beat them and Newcastle win. I need to check. I can't remember what the group was like because I know it's quite tight. Big up, Sai says, big up the DJ. Big up, sir. Yes, 100% Wolf. We need Messi's medical history under Qatar and see Black Lance Armstrong of football. Yeah. One big step for Sepp Blatter, one massive step back for football. Sí, señor. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Yes. Gracias. El presidente. Yes. See. PSG has to lose and Newcastle have to win. Thank you very much, HTT. Thank you for the update. I appreciate that. All good to hope you're the same. Says Sai. Big up. I love that guy. Hasn't he got a great name? Isn't it like a class name? I love your name, man. It's class. Well, hopefully PSG lose because they've been terrible. That Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle has not been rocking well this season, to be honest. Particularly not in Europe. It's been going missing. You will do okay. Just quickly texting Andy. Big up. Rosie says Dortmund are favourites to win in the bookies too. Fair enough. You've got to explain that accumulator. You must have picked some dodgy results. Wolf is Enrique Iglesias in the skies. Okay, very funny. I was about to say, I was wondering, that sounds more I'm on the fence at the minute. As long as you're not hanging off of it, Andy. As you're not hanging off. I felt loud. 45. What a hero. Yeah. You and me both, mate. I'm the one sitting here reading it out. So, you've got nothing. You're amongst friends here, don't worry. Most of us are in group therapy anyway, because most of us are Chelsea, Man United, and whatever fans. So we're all just like, I'm a Chelsea fan. I'd like to admit it. It's like worse than AA now. I'd rather admit I'm an alcoholic than a Chelsea fan. You know what I mean? Yeah, all right. Is everyone finished messaging me? Thank you very much. So there are goals flying in, but None for the Castle yet. Who they got on the bench, Castle? Lineups. They got Wilson, Jordan, and Livermore. Another player we let go of. Isaac's on the bench. Okay. Longstaff's on the bench. Oh, wow. They've only got 7 subs. Yeah, they're wounded right now. I get that. Hang on a minute. Wait. What are here? Some reverse teams in the accumulator. All right. Ha, 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 ha. I get that being a Jers fan. That's how bad it is. She can't even put the rain on the front of it. It's just Jers. Or as Warren likes to say, that bloody lot or that lot. St. Maximus 1-0 up. Is that a Scottish team, Rosie? Because I don't know why, but you're now doing the official results in the left-hand side. So it's just like what? She needs to do it. I think Barcelona being beaten 1-0. What a surprise there. They're trash. They're absolute trash. I'd like everyone's thoughts on that, actually, right? Can we safely assume now that between Real Madrid and Barcelona, Real Madrid are by far the superior club right now? Because let's face it, not only are Barcelona trash, they're broke. That's not a very big bench. Longstaff, Harrison, De Burn, Hall, Kyrgios, Isaac, and Dermot. That is not a healthy bench at all. Barcelona being beaten 1-0. Haha. Like I care for them. They robbed us in 2009, so anything that hurts them. Against Antwerp. Good luck. Go on, Antwerp. Be the little diamond. Yeah, but still waiting for a goal in the Newcastle game. Dortmund still 0. It looks still 0-0 here. How many legs you got, Rosie? She's got 2, like everybody else. What a silly question. Yeah, obviously how many ties you meant, yeah, of course. They robbed us first in 2006, Wolf. No, they didn't. That was your own striker, Thierry Henry, who robbed you in the final of the Champions League in 2006, not finishing his dinner. He had like 4 chances in the first. I remember that final, actually. He had like 4 chances in the first 20 minutes, including 1-1, and he missed every single one of them. I was sitting in a room full of Arsenal fans at the time. He was going nuts. Is that Gaelic football then? Because I was just thinking, like, is that Gaelic football? Simon the Wolf, Rosie the Spider. Why are you calling her Rosie the Spider? Well, it depends on how many legs she's got in her accumulator. Because if she's got eight football fixtures, then yes, you might be right there. I'll tee up, Wolf. You whack 'em. No problem. The ref said he's got 50k for it. Oh, don't. I don't do draws. I never bet on draws. We don't do that down Rangers because we always get a penalty. How many games is that in a row now, Rosie? If Rangers got a penalty? Oh, here we go. I'm joined by a guest, Dido. Oh, look at him. He's the best-looking United fan we know. He's the king of chocolate, and I am his high priest. Welcome, Fuzzy. Sorry, mate. I left me a bottle cap, like priest neck, and my large carton over there, mate. Sorry, sorry, Governor.
No, well, I'm not quite there just yet. Thankfully, it's not stressing.
Shit, he's finally on the red wine, everybody. Look, raise that glass, Fuzzy. It's not chocolate. It's finally red wine in it.
It's the red wine for the sober people.
Oh, is it like fruit juice?
Yeah.
There you go. Chocolate. You heathen! I was praying the ways of chocolate, and you haven't even got it in your cup.
No, I mean, if I'm being induced with like stress and rage and just despair, then maybe I am sort of driven to drink the chocolate milk sooner. But sometimes I like to specifically drink it at a certain time.
Hang on,
or make it the last drink of the day.
Check this out. This is how many penalties a game this girl's teams get. She's a Rangers fan, and they get 10 penalties a game apparently.
Hold on, so if you're
The
getting about
Fuzzmanator.
10 penalties, get 10 penalties a game, how are Rangers not like winning their games like 8-9-0 every single game?
Well, I think as far as hang on, Rosie, what was the largest scoreline your team has won by recently? Simon says, "Evening, Mr. Fuzz."
Evening,
I don't know why,
Simon.
but Rosie says hello, Fozy, like you were the guy
Fozzie?
from that 70s show. Was his name Fozy? What was the name of the
I
guy
don't,
from that the Latino guy?
no idea.
Oh,
No clue, but I know there's a Chris Jericho's band is called Fozzy.
Chris
Yeah.
Jericho. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
No,
I
they
know.
don't drink the Kool-Aid. What has Ten Hag done to you? Okay. Rosie says Robinson's diluted. Hang on. No 10 legs on accumulator. Okay. So how many legs have you got on it then? Sorry. Not fixtures, actual legs. Oh, Fez, that's it. Thank you, Fez. Thank you. Thank you. Big up the DJ for answering that. Thank you very much. I know this seems unusual, a Chelsea fan doing the new. I was expecting Andy and Mama Flossie to join me. Hopefully they will later. Andy's got his little one at the minute, so he can't jump on. I'm not sure if Mama Flossie's walking her dogs or not. But
Maybe
this
it
was
stopped raining.
Yes, it has started. Yeah. It's been bloody cold out there as well. It's been bloody awful.
Yeah.
But yeah. Obviously, I've popped a StreamYard link in our chat, in a little group of ours, if anyone wants to pop in, of course. Minimum 10 always. Yeah, I was joking, Rosie. I did understand what you were saying. I was just too immature to accept it. That was all. I openly admit that. Oh, there you go. That's just made Rosie's day. Celtic being beaten 1-0. She's going to get the blue flags out now. Wow, Tomoria top defending. Okay. I like Tomori, obviously, him being an ex-Chelsea product, but the thing is, I always found with him in certain big games, he lets down.
Is it me or does it look a little bit like from distance these AC Milan kits are like Crystal Palace from a distance on my screen?
Yeah, the kit, yeah. I said that. It's a very colourful kit.
It looks like it's red and blue, like a Crystal Palace kit, but then close up it's just pink and purple and blue.
Hang on. Can you smell that? Can you smell that, Fuzzy? Can you smell the hate? Look at the comment. Can you smell the hate? Yes. Oh, no, she's upset now. There you go. She's laughing now. It's been disallowed. Yes. Oh, have you bet on them to lose, Rosie? I take it. What did you do? 2-0, 1-0?
Against Feyenoord, I mean, pretty sure it was Feyenoord in one of their I can't remember what game it was in a European competition. They chopped a team like 7-0 or 7-1 or something. Pretty sure.
It was 1-0 up. Yeah, that was said earlier, wasn't it? Someone said Middlesbrough 1-0 up. Fair enough. Been a bit stale this game so far, isn't it? Between Newcastle and Milan. It's a bit back end to end, but there's not really any quality there.
No, Leao's just missed a big chance there.
Wait, really? Really, Rosie? As a Rangers fan, can you look yourself in the mirror? Can you? Should you?
Oh yeah, Shakhtar. It was Shakhtar. They destroyed Shakhtar Donetsk 7-1.
Yeah, they did. I love watching particularly Scottish teams in Europe, because I'll tell you what, the home games are always good. Always good, always exciting. The crowd always make the evenings. I definitely want to go down Ibrox and Celtic Park one night on the Champions League night if I can. Get down there. Oh, wow. Oh. That was close from Leah. I've just noticed how close to.
What time are you on currently?
I'm about 30 seconds behind you, I think. I don't care as long as I get money. You dirty little mercenary. You dirty little mercenary. Sin bin. I'm going to put Rosie in the sin bin for that. I'm on 23.45.
Well, I'm 24.30 now.
There you go. Definitely. 100%. There you go. At least she admits it. Fair enough. Got to pay the bills somehow, innit?
It's all about being mean and It's all about being mean and making green.
Green, yeah. I was going to start quoting things there from a certain movie, but it's a bit rude, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Because obviously, like, there's ladies in the chat, so I'm just going to be quiet, not say what I was going to say, because it is a bit rude. No swear words in it, but it is a bit rude. Imagine saying the only leg not to win. Yeah, that would be a bummer. There you go. Rosie says, I didn't say it was a certainty, Si. Fair enough. That reminds me of, what was it called again? Oh, what's that? What do they call it? The In-Betweeners. Do you remember the bit when they have the fight on holiday? And they have to get broken up, and it's like the weirdest fight they ever have because they're just standing there in two headlocks. Like, I didn't see you do me there, Si. I love that bit.
Oh, big chance.
Yeah, hang on, no, quotes are coming in now. Evening Fuzzy from Carl Rossi.
Evening, Carl.
Rossi. How you doing,
Good
brother?
evening.
Dropped in again. The DJ says Rossi. Quote and see if we can guess the movie. Do a quote, okay. Maybe at halftime. Brilliant movie. Yeah, it is. Oh, you know what I like about it? You know the bit when was it Niels with the old dinner lady? You can come on, me bastard tits. And then when you hear that coming, it's like, oh, shall I bite it? Like the way you hear the two contrarian. When you woke up and you hear something like a whale having a heart attack, you're like, what? The noise you hear coming from the upper room. Have you ever seen that, Fuzzy? So please tell me you've seen In Between Us.
I haven't actually seen In Between Us.
What?
I've seen clips of In Between Us, but not anything like
Double what?
and stuff.
Double what? Oh my lord! No, you gotta watch that, bro. Please watch that. Please watch that. That's a great film. So wait on. So what comedy films do you like?
Well,
Tropic Thunder, man.
I've seen that years and years ago. I haven't seen it again since recently. Seen that, well, of course.
Now I know why you're so intellectual. You don't watch any fucking films.
I'm not really. I'm not usually big on films and stuff.
Fuzzy.
I usually just sit down to YouTube and go down some random rabbit hole and end up in a place where
all right, man, don't watch movies. He just plugs himself into the Matrix.
Yeah.
I take the direct approach.
Yeah, literally just click on everything that's recommended after 30 seconds of watching a video.
Innit?
Watch YouTube like it's prime TikTok settings.
Wait, Rosie, you're still the Rangers fan here, and I haven't forgiven you for getting me booked the other day. No, you can't crack jokes. The Shriek, okay.
Shrek.
Sorry about that. Oh, the wolf scene. Oh, sorry, in Shrek is classic. Yeah, ha, yeah. I was like the Muffin Man scene. It's the Muffin Man. What? The Muffin Man. The one that lives down Drury Lane. Yes, the Muffin Man. Good film. Then again, what do you think was better, Shrek 1 or Shrek 2? I actually like Shrek 2 better because of obviously I like what's her name again? Jennifer Saunders, class actress and good comedian, might add, by the way. When she goes to punish, what is it, the king? He says, "I can't believe you've made me do this," and she orders junk food. That bit cracks me up every time. I need two medieval meals. She orders the junk food. Shakhtar has just equalised. Well, she married the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Sorry.
It's under review at the moment. Shakhtar
comment for the Muffin Man. No, leave it, please. Please
no,
don't ban my Muffin Man.
The Shakhtar goal is under review for an offside.
I'm teasing. She was in Friends. Yeah, of course. Everyone was in Friends at one point. Robin Williams as well. Everyone. Not Robin. Robin Williams, not Robbie Williams. Robin. Sorry, I think I said that wrong when I said it. But everyone had the little ins and outs. What was the episode when Julia Roberts nicks Chandler's clothes? I can't remember. Yeah, when they're in a restaurant or something, and she ends up nicking his clothes because he embarrassed her or something in school. I can't remember. That was a good episode though. Big up my blue broski, Nazi. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I need to talk to you, by the way, because are you still in London? And how long much are you in London for? Because hopefully next week I want to hook up with you, catch you. Our
Yeah.
friends.
Ah,
So no one told me
friends.
life was gonna
You
be
two
this way.
friends.
Wait, how are you quoting this series but you ain't seen the movie?
Well, I've heard it. I've heard it all sorts of places. It's like Jamie Vardy in the tunnel when his goalkeeper Schmeichel was hugging a teammate. It's like, oh, Danish friends.
Danish friends.
Danish
West Ham friend. Car friend. It's hilarious. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
footballer
I remember.
friends.
That was who was that? It was Norwegians, wasn't it? That was Shawn Michaels. No, not really. Danish. That was Shawn Michaels and someone. Who was it? I can't remember.
Schmeichel and I think it was in Southampton. Schmeichel and Vestergaard or something. I think.
I know the friends I know my friends like the back of my hand as well. Oh, what the fuck's that?
Celtic penalty.
Penalty
Yeah,
to
for
who?
Celtic.
To Celtic. Oh, here you
Yeah.
go. Here you go, Rosie. You're in luck. Please like and subscribe to the other way. This guy's channel, if you haven't, please. The Hot Fuzz is a very nice guy. He's a gentleman. And out of everyone I sent invites tonight, he's actually the only one courteous enough to have accepted it. Thank you very much.
Everyone sort of sat with their mouse over the link and just like, what am I meant to do now? I'm meant to click it. Yeah, mouse won the button.
Oh, yeah. Well,
What
the
do I
idea
do?
was it was actually from Flossie and all that, but you know, the Shaq goal stains. All right.
Shaquille O'Neal's goal stands. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the latest from the Shaq. The next.
Big Shaq.
Big Shaq, yeah.
Doing it up in Porto.
Well, I actually like Portugal. I think some of the Portuguese teams
Yeah.
are on the rise again now. With some of the Porto's teams not bad. Benfica have got some good young talent coming through.
If
They're
it
on
was
the
all
rise
down
again.
to me, mate, I'll be living out in Portugal. I've been around some of their bars when got the likes of Porto or Sporting or Benfica playing. They completely do up all of their bars with like loads of tifo stuff on the bar walls and windows and stuff. It's really sick.
Oh yeah, Celtic scored. There you go. Rosie's accumulators on. 10p to get 700 quid, folks. And I tell you what, if that ever comes off, loan me 100, darling, please, please. I know you've got it. I'm joking. AFC always big up, my brother. How are you?
Big ups, man.
Greetings. So, Flying and Hot Files, big up. Rosie,
Big ups to AFC.
big up Rosie as well, keeping us live with all the other scores. What a lady she is. Birmingham have scored.
Oh, good goal, Joe Linton.
Way up the army! Come on.
That's a banger. Well hit.
Well, I'm about 10 more seconds behind you because this is from a counter, isn't it?
Somewhat. I think it's just stepping.
Here we go. Off they go. Big up the Toon Army.
Yeah, it's a good goal. That I think it's just the Milan defenders just backing up with it.
Was that? How do you say that, Fuzzy? That second word?
Accord.
Accord.
It's
a banger though.
Like accordion.
There you go.
I don't know what that is.
Great goal. Here you go, Rosie, keeping you up to date with all the local scores.
Top bins. Hit with pace, power, top bins. Minion's diving for it. No chance.
Wait. Anthony is the worst signing ever. Okay. Where did that randomly come from?
I mean, we've had Bebe at the club before.
Yeah, true. It makes me laugh, even with flop signings.
I'd say this. For United, he's probably the worst value for money signing ever for the club. Not the worst signing ever.
That's Sancho or Pogba.
Wow.
See, that's how Odegaard should have finished against Thingy the other day. Against Villa.
That's how everyone should just finish when they're in that position. They've got a half a yard of space to shoot. Just hit it like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Lace it. Put your laces through it.
Power. Keep it down. Straight through it. Goalkeeper's barely going to save most of them.
Oh, bugger! The Catalonians have equalised. I don't like them a lot.
Ferran Torres has scored that goal. Is that a first shot? That's their first shot in that game as well, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because Newcastle haven't had any shots before this, not that I remember. There's actually not been a lot. Only Liao's chance in that one, really, as far as I've seen, in terms of proper ones. Bit of a scramble in Newcastle's box to get it away. Do you think it's just a repeat of what we saw in kind of bit like in France, where it's just going to be like loads of Milan trying to like knock down the door and just Newcastle breaking? Because even though they did get unfairly robbed at the end of that game with the penalty, you got to admit PSG on the night missed loads of chances, tons of chances.
Yeah, well, I mean, Milan have had less of the ball, less chances created, less passes, and less attacks than Newcastle. So I mean, Newcastle at least this time are playing more like the home side and having the better of control in this game.
Right, I tell you what, if you want to make you feel better here today, Jackson needs to finish like that as well. If you want to drop a Chelsea player, because that's another guy that can't finish. So if you wanted to take Odegaard's name out of that, because it's not a slander, I just said he could have finished like that, like we all said, put it in the top corner, hit it in the top bin. That's the expression.
And say who
Jackson,
else?
bloody hell, just learn to finish full stop.
Well, at least you've got just a name to worry about. I've got an entire attack.
No, don't worry. We've got wingers as well. Like, that's true, actually. Yeah, no matter how bad our front line is, it's better than United.
I'm seeing people saying that we're
McTominay at the minute, which is mad.
Mate, I can't stand McTominay. Literally, it's like he does so good for a game by scoring a couple goals, and everything else to his game, all the rest of the contents to his game is just so forgettable. It's like you almost forget just how many games this player has actually played for this club. Apparently, the guy's only assisted 3 times as well in his entire career from a midfield position.
Well, to be honest, as I said to you on your stream last night, realistically, when you look at all the top teams, all of them have looked kind of ugly at one time or another. Maybe with the exception of, I don't know, Liverpool recently. Everyone's looked trash. Chelsea have looked trash. Arsenal have looked trash. Man United have looked trash. City at times have looked trash.
I suppose we're just a different breed of trash at the moment.
Yeah, they're all horrible, just in slightly different ways, whether it be defending, attacking, midfield control, whatever.
I'll tell you what, I think with everybody else, it's like when they look below par, it's not like they're lost or they look like they lack any direction in the slightest, because there's always like there's always something there, but it's like, man, you guys should do better with what you're doing on this. But Manchester United, most of the time we just look completely aimless, as though everything we're trying in training, we just don't do on the pitch full stop. I've seen clips of the training sessions for Bayern, and the I think they call it the El Rondo thing, where it's like the passing drills where you got a couple of presses in the middle to try and break down the ball.
Yeah, it's the old piggy in the middles we used to call it.
Ajax, there's a clip of Ten Hag's Ajax team with worse players doing combinations for like the best part of like 10 to 20 passes easily, and that's with three presses, and they're sort of passing in between like both like 2 defenders and all of that stuff. United couldn't get three passes linked.
Hang on, 1 minute. Just who would you put? Højlund, Jackson, and Nketiah. 1 to 3. How would you name them? 1 to 3.
I mean, Højlund's not as there's not as big a sample size for Højlund as there is, or for Jackson as well as there is for Nketiah. So I think.
But Jackson's got more goals than Højlund and Nketiah.
Well, that's the thing, is on sample size, in the short time he's had, Jackson has probably done a better job than what Nketiah's done. So for me, on that basis, I mean, I don't rate Nketiah at all. So by bias means, I would say, look, Jackson probably the best out of those three, Hoyland in the second position, and then you've got Nketiah in
I
the
think
third
out of all
position.
three of them, though, I think Hoyland's the
But
best technically, gifted wise. I think he's the best technically out of the three of them. Rosie says Madrid 2-0, Atletico Madrid 2-0 up. Nice to see. People are letting Arteta off. No one likes him. That's true. If you do happen to like Mikel Arteta, please point it out because I've not seen it.
I'm pleased to see seek medical attention if there is a picture of Arteta pinned up on your shower wall.
Yeah. Best looking Spaniard we know written underneath it. Yeah, seriously, get help. You need it. Have to disagree. Why? No joking. Arteta just got bailed out by top players with Saliba, Gabriel, Declan. Give Arteta Harry and Johnny and Scott and see what happens. Well, I'm not being disrespectful. Arteta has already got his El Nenis and stuff like that. So,
At least with El Neni, at least you know what you get with El Neni.
He's not even been played, so I don't know why. I like El Nini because he actually he can be a bit physically not strong enough when it comes to certain big midfielders, but he does. He's like Fred for you lot. He'll do a job and he'll do it half decent.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'd be better to be with him than that because I'm not being funny. Like in a defensive game, and Arsenal will play some of those. Kai Havertz is going to be useless.
Oh.
Anyway, underneath. Lady McDuff, correct, but people criticise everything about Arteta's tactics, and tactically Arteta is just diabolical. We all agree on that one. Definitely. 100% on that one.
Lassie's 2-0 lead has been ruled out.
Yeah, I've just seen that. I've just seen the highlight update come up on the side.
Oh, Joe Linton, what are you doing?
Yeah, be a bit silly there.
What is he doing again? Auto gone 2-1 up.
Before I've come back, they scored twice. Oh, nice.
I don't know. No, they've retaken the lead.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought they went 1-0 down.
So it was Galeno that scored 2 goals. Galeno has.
Who do we think Newcastle's best player is right now? Almiron?
Oh, best technically. I mean, Gordon might have a level that he's yet to get to.
Yeah, he's going for a purple patch.
I think Bruno Guimaraes, I think, is a player that I think most clubs in the Premier League would be happy to take him into their midfield. Don't know about Trippier being the best player. I mean, possibly the best player at Newcastle probably is Tonali, but he's suspended. So
what about Isaac or Isaac or whatever you want to call him?
Isak's good. Isak is he is very good. I'd say if you were to put it on a tier basis, right? Like you got tier 1 are like your top level strikers, including your world class brackets. I'll probably say Isak is tier 2 bordering, sort of just underneath where tier 1 is. So like I'd say a high tier 2 level type striker. So
there is no difference between Man United and Newcastle. Isn't about quality, it's about commitment and desire. How about Howe and Hag been given a job roughly the same length of time and the difference is absolute? I'm not sure really, because one thing about it is the problem is I find with Ten Hag and Newcastle compared to Man United and is there's a lot more work to do at Man United than there is at Newcastle, because with Newcastle, at least the basic structure of the club, now that Mike Ashley's been gone, it's been kind of like, how long has he been gone now? 3 years? So it's the structure behind the scenes has started to change. And United on the pitch have still spent more. So I kind of disagree with that. Two different sets of problems.
I'd say this as well. With Eddie Howe into Newcastle, it's a new era, right? So it's a club culture you get to make from scratch. You make it the way you want it to be. Ten Hag goes into a club with a crappy culture that's already there, and he has to inherit a crap culture and bring his investments into a crap culture. Problem is that, looking back across the past 10 years, we've seen every managers, new fresh ideas come in and come down with this toxic virus of like that loser mindset or mentality, and then it becomes another story of, well, let's get another manager in and get him to sign a load of players, but then we'll be saying,
Yeah,
let's get another manager in to replace that guy, and the players that guy signed is no good.
Well, let me ask you this as a Man United fan. Out of several managers that you've had before this one, what was the manager, in your opinion, that Man United should have stuck with?
Oh, I'll tell you what, if we knew back then what we knew today, we would have stuck by Jose Mourinho a whole
Yeah, I
heck
was
of a
just
lot more.
thinking that. Yeah, maybe Jose or LVG,
Whole
but
hell of a lot more. I mean, with LVG, he was very, you know, philosophy, but Mourinho was all about just like winning. I don't care
results.
about philosophies and stuff, like give me results and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing all of the ballers or the fan favourites falling out with the manager and everyone saying, oh, back the players, back the players. Mourinho saying, with these players, my best ever achievement was second place. It's one of my greatest achievements ever in football. Second place with that team, he's probably talking about, well, all these players are just losers. They don't like it. They don't like it when it gets rough. Like when
Mm-hmm.
times get tough, all the players they just roll off. They roll off. But
Would you sack Steve Ten Hag at the end of the season, and would you like to have as your next manager Steve Bruce? Well,
I've,
no need to.
mate, I've heard Lopetegui. I've heard Lopetegui being linked to us. And I see people just like, oh yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I love Lopetegui. It'd be brilliant. I'm like,
Right.
are you sure about that? You actually sure about, like, I think it's again, once the manager sacking talk starts, everyone gets super hyper like excited for whatever name because they think just anybody that isn't this guy, and you can't have it that way. You just cannot have it that way, because if you think like that, then it is completely just a deadline like end of the line tactic in trying to push for change in your club, where we sack whoever it is because you think that everybody's better than them, but then you end up with someone worse. And it's like you keep thinking that same mindset, but you just gradually get worse and worse and worse over time. And
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing is, someone said it, I believe it was Mark Goldbridge, has said that the similarities between the way that everyone's moods are in all the different areas are very reminiscent of Ralph Rangnick, where people are coming down with illnesses or they're going off with knocks before a difficult game. It's like there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, these guys they're dodging. They're picking up knocks to dodge the Liverpool game because of what happened last season," and that there's this sort of attitude towards playing games from the players that was similar when Ralph Rangnick was being thrown under the bus. And it's like, but this has taken them, it feels like it's taking them less and less and less time with every passing manager to turn on the manager and to start throwing the towel in. So I suppose it's a meme thing about, oh, be careful what you wish for, when we were talking about Arsenal back in the day. But this is where we can use this phrase. We can coin this phrase: "Be careful what you wish for, because you want change."
Hey, hang on, hang on. Hello, there he is.
There you go,
Oh, lads, you
Brendan.
all right?
Hello, Andy. How you
How you
doing?
doing, off us? Yeah, you good?
Good man.
Get in,
Yeah, not bad.
son.
It's about
Oh.
time that one of the Newcastle's fans I actually invited to the Newcastle watching along actually showed up. Thank you for that.
Not a problem, mate. I was honestly, I was shaking like a shitting dog at the start of the game. Honestly, I would have been no good here. My daughter, I'll tell you.
Yeah, dude. What do you think of the game?
Sorry. I'll be honest. We've been a little bit fortunate. I'll be honest, because I think a couple of Milan's attacks were a little bit unfortunate in little ricochets off a defender. The Cells had one where he was challenging Leao. Leao could have went through on goal there. But maybe I'm looking at it with a critical eye because I'm so nervous about the result. But I'm at 1-0 up. Joe Linton, honestly, if you go back on NFTV about 2 years ago, I remember he had an amazing game against Man United, and I said from then he was a future Newcastle United captain, and he would improve, and everyone laughed, and I
Good
got
goal. Good goal.
tons of shit. This was before he started playing. Honestly, mate, anyone in our team deserves a goal like that. You'd say it's the redemption of Joe Linton. Honestly, you could send it to the knockout stages of the Champions League for the first time in our history. Come on, mate. You know what I mean?
Hey Rosie, what's the halftime scores for everywhere? I need the lady of scores. Bring up the halftime scores, Rosie. You need to start a channel as well if you're still there. But yeah, I'm glad you're winning. Do you think Liao should have done better with his chance earlier? Andy, do you think he got over one there? You know that one when he tried to cut in off the left and he done
cut in off the left. Trippier lost the ball in midfield.
Yes.
Yes, Trippier lost the ball in midfield, got played out wide, and I went, oh, here we go again. Because he hasn't had the best of luck when he's made a mistake the last couple of games. Yeah, my heart was at my kidney was in my mouth at that point. Yes.
Your heart, your kidney, just about anything that'll fit in it.
Everything was about to fall out as well. I think, mate, it's mental. I know, honestly, 2 years ago, no one would have said, "All right, well, league form's dipped." No one would have believed us if we said that we were going to be in a group with AC Milan, PSG, Dortmund, and with 45 minutes left in the last game, be in a position where we're going to be making the knockout stages of the Champions League. I think that's, for me, that's
Here you go,
that's a
Andy.
bit of a brain fuck.
Question for you. There's a question for you down the bottom.
Yeah, what's going on? When you set high standards, people notice when you slip below them. I think that's my answer. You know, I got a lot of shit the other night. I said to you in private messages, you know, he's had 2 bad games. I put a Facebook status up and I've got some of my best pals putting on all these plastic fans jumping on Trippier's back and saying, no, if there's something happened and it's a fact, there's no problem with pointing it out. It's not because you don't think Trippier's good enough for the team anymore. You're just pointing out that he's made 2 errors and it's led to 2 goals. And then in the next game, he makes another, you know, Son had him on toast, let's be honest. But it's because he's played so many games. He's 33. The fact that it's taken him this long to have a bad game is testament to Trippier in a way, because I mean he's played every minute.
Yeah, he could have just caught up. Yeah, he just could have caught up with him a little bit. That's true.
So we're all human, mate. We're going to make errors.
Well, the thing is, I like him. I still think he's a good player, and he's one of those ones that he's a very experienced player. And I'm not being funny. Like I wouldn't mind having him on my right as a like fullback right now, because as much as I love Reece James, the guy's never fit, and he never stays on the pitch recently. He's either coming off because of hamstrings or getting sent off. So it's just kind of like, I love you, dude, and you're one of us, but damn, man, there's no point trying to play you if you can't stay fit.
You've got to look at it. It's a $64 million question for Gareth Southgate. Who's his best right back? I mean, I've always been of the opinion if Reece James is fully firing, he's the best all-rounder, in my opinion, because he's got a bit of Trent in him. He's got a bit of Wan-Bissaka in him where he's good on one-on-one. He's got the pace, he's got the muscle, he's good defensively, but he can get forward. You look at Trippier, there is defensive frailties there if the ball's hung up at the back post because he's so small, but you don't see him exposed that well, that much at it. But you know it's a weakness in the game that you can target. He's not as quick as Kyle Walker, he's not as quick as Reece James, potentially. So who's the best then? You've got Trent, who for me is better midfield anyways, but mate, Trippier's been a massive part of this rise of Newcastle United. So I think I don't think you should get hammered for just pointing out the fact that the run of games and everything has contributed to a bit of bad form. Doesn't mean he's a bad player overnight.
No, of course not. And I'm not being funny. With the amount of I think he's one of those players as well that he's been over relied on a little bit. Just a pinch because of the injury problems you lot have had. And I think it's just, maybe it was a bit of tiredness. There's a reason why he made a few mistakes, maybe just a bit of mental fatigue. But I do think with some of the results they've got, why you guys have had injuries, you guys have done very well. So, okay, you're right. He's had a bad week, but no reason to hang him out to dry yet. He still played good. It's
as if you've got the likes of these players and sometimes they're a little bit protected. I'm sure Trippier will be the first person to criticise himself. We don't need to jump on him, to be honest, because you don't get to the level he's getting to without being self-critical and competitive. So as much as us armchairs fans might say what we want. You know, we're never going to know how hard and the pressure is to play week in, week out, especially when you're 33. You need a rest, really. I mean, I criticised Eddie Howe with Steve on a video with Steve, and I was saying, wouldn't it have made sense to give Lewis Hall a game at left back and Trippier, Livramento a game at right back, and giving Trippier a bit of a rest? But hindsight's a fantastic thing. I
Looking back on
hope that we're going to be able to do that in time because he needs a rest, especially if we get through.
You could do with Matt Targay coming back as well.
Yeah.
Targay's a good option for your left back position, and then you can push Livramento over to the right hand side.
And play with you could play with a back five. Them two give you a great option to play with a back five, don't I? Or back three, if you want to mix it up. Because one thing Target is good at is linking the play and getting forward. The question with Target is he's good defensive as Dan Burn? Possibly not. No, but he offers you a lot more going forward.
Please, everyone in the chat, if you haven't, please subscribe to Fuzzy's channel. He's a gentleman. And you don't have a channel at the moment, do you? You just jump on everybody else's, don't you?
No, I'm just kind of piggybacking. I'm just a traveller, as they say. Like I say, mate, it's something that at some point I do want to do, but I think at the minute it's a little bit away. Living situation, getting a room sorted.
Here today, he used to be one of our talents. The amount of talent we've wasted in terms of scattering our players throughout the Premier League, particularly like Bryce at Arsenal, Luis Hall as well, and Livramento at Newcastle, Aki at Man City. You know, our players, all homegrown boys as well, all scattered around the Premier League.
Yeah, there's some top young talent. Look at Joe Bellingham at Sunderland.
He's a good talent as well.
He's not going to be at Sunderland too much longer. I really don't think he'll be at Sunderland too much longer.
Yeah, we're going to ask about Liverpool. We have to admit Chelsea could have. Yeah, and Lamptey as well. We could have used Lamptey instead of selling him to Brighton. We kept Colwell though.
There's some top young English. I mean, look at Lewis Miley tonight. He's Man United, Chelsea, PSG, Spurs, and Milan. I mean, first 5 games, that's not bad. That I'd like to see how many 17-year-olds have got a CV like after the first 5 or 6 games.
Fabregas or someone like that. Yeah, the answer's going to be no.
No,
so yeah, I agree on that one.
It's some CV, and it's I don't think there's been one situation yet where where he's had the ball and he's getting pressured when I've like, is he going to get caught on the ball?
How much is with Lewis Hall? How much is the because it's a compulsory sale at the end of the loan, isn't it? How much is it you guys are paying us at the end of it? Was it 30 mil or 40?
I believe it's 40 million euros, isn't it? So it's like depending on the exchange rate, it's around 36, 35.5 million, 37 million. Somewhere. It's a lot of money for an 18-year-old. I mean, it's a lot of money. Let's be honest. So
did Billy play against Arsenal as well?
Yes.
Yes, he did. There you go. I can't remember because there's so much has been made of that goal. I forgot who was playing on the day.
Yeah, he did. Forgot about that. I thought I'd mention that. Another good big name on his CV. Let's be honest. So don't get us wrong. There's moments when you see little things and you go, right, you're gonna have to improve on that. But I mean, 17-year-old.
Would you say that with the Lewis Hall loan to buy deal, the obligation to buy, would you say that Lewis Hall has played enough games to actually say that paying £35 million for him at the end of the season is a justifiable price? Because I feel like if there is that obligation to buy, you'd almost want to sort of get him into a sort of good enough position that if you do pay the 35 million to Chelsea, you're essentially paying for thereabouts on the cusp, if not first team quality player for Newcastle. Yeah. Do you reckon that he is playing enough football at the moment on a loan basis?
No, I think you make a good point there about the transfer fee. I mean, I wonder if there's some sort of clause where the fee is between a certain amount. So let's say the definite fee is 32 million, for example, and depending on how many games he's played for, means that we've got to pay them a bit more. I wonder, but you would think that the fact that he's not getting a game as often as you would think he should, let's be honest, considering we've been so stretched. You're saying a
How's he
player
not
for
got
that amount
game
of money.
time? Yeah, I understand where you're going on that one.
I've seen him play more for Chelsea on
Yep.
on like a regular basis than I've seen him play for Newcastle thus far. And I feel like if even with Matt Targett being out, if he is being utilised as a fullback, even with injuries in that department of the team, to not see Lewis Hall coming on as even a substitute, to give fresh legs or give different ideas, because he is good. He's got some good output to him. I think he just needs that encouragement and that little bit of belief backing in him.
I think he needs a bit of faith put in him, doesn't he? Let's be honest. I mean, at the minute, if I'm him, I mean, imagine an 18-year-old you're going to want. I think it's the most expensive teenager we've ever signed, and most expensive English teenager, I believe, for his age. Or there's some record there on the fee. And
Yeah.
It might be the most for Newcastle. It might be the most for Newcastle.
And when your squad's getting stretched down to the bone marrow, and you're still not getting a start, you've got to be thinking, well, we've seen it before from Eddie Howe, though, when he signs a player, he doesn't throw them straight in sometimes. He did it with Bruno Guimaraes, to be honest. The first 4 or 5 games came off the bench, he didn't start. So it's not like Lewis Hall can look at it and go, well, I'm being treated differently to everybody else. I think, Eddie's just wanting to make sure he knows his best position, first of all, and then can find a way of the team, because we're going to have to adapt a little bit, because Dan Burns take a big drop, he stops the ball, the switch from their left-hand side over to our left-hand side so many times because he's so tall, and he sits so high in the pitch. So it's going to have to change at some point. It's going to take time, I think.
Yeah, and of course, and he's only a young lad anyway. You want to let him settle and obviously settle down in Newcastle before you put him out there. And
there's that on it as well. 18-year-old moving to up north. He's a London boy, isn't he? They think that the north is Birmingham, and then they go, hang on, what? Newcastle is 300 miles away in early. This is the north.
Yeah. No, Newcastle and Birmingham. There's a big difference.
Yeah, I remember a guy went to me, went, "Oh, where are you from?" I went, "Newcastle." And he went, "Oh, just up the road from Nottingham." Is aye, okay. If you say it's up the road, mate, aye.
No,
it's only 2.5 hours drive, like.
I'll tell you one person who comes to mind with that sort of man management, and is Jurgen Klopp with Andy Robertson when they signed him from Hull City. I was like, oh, it would be really good as if they, I can't remember who it was that they were playing at the time at left back position. He was like the first couple of seasons, and I was thinking, oh, well, Andy Robertson.
Milner?
No, I think it was somebody else. I think it was somebody else. He ended up leaving not long afterwards. I think he was their first team option for the left back position at the time. I think Milner was still early doors playing as a midfielder before he then got sort of played in fullback position.
Good question. That who did you replace? Good question. That
because Robertson came in first season. He sort of he's played sporadically, and then the second season he took over. And I was like, as soon as this guy gets in as the first team option for left back, the better. And
Enrique.
I think it was Enrique.
Sorry to interrupt you there, mate. It just popped in my head. I had to say it. Sorry.
No,
he's brilliant, Andy Robertson. Klopp does seem like the type. I agree with you 100%. I think he's a potential future Newcastle manager. In terms
might have actually been Alberto Moreno.
No.
Oh yes, Moreno.
Because I know he was in and out of favour at the time.
Well, no, but he was there for quite a while, wasn't he? He was there for Newcastle quite a long time. Alberto Moreno.
Yeah, he left when Sam Allardyce, was it Allardyce? Or was it Souness? I think it was Souness. Left then. Yeah, good left back for us.
And he handled the youngsters impeccably, unlike a certain dashing Spaniard in North London. Okay. Well, to be fair,
I'm going to watch the second half, guys.
The youngsters in that team were brought in by Emery and not Arteta, so he's got no loyalty to them. Even Saka and them were all brought in by Unai Emery, and ESR and I think even what's his name, Reece Nelson was brought in by Emery. So I understand why there's no loyalty from bloody Arteta to them, and not his players really. Even though he kept them, I don't know why he's kept them though. Some of them, 1 or 2 of them. Second half about to kick off. Fuzzy,
I'm going to get off, lads. Thank you very much for having us on, boys. By all means, if you want us, if it's a happy night and I don't get my heart broken, give us Give us a bell if you want us
Well,
on. All right.
you've got the link when you want to rejoin. If we're still live, you know you're more than welcome to, man.
Thank you
Good
very
luck
much,
with your
guys.
second half and have a good one. I did say you.
Pick up everybody at the chat. I hope you're all well. Take care, everybody. All the best.
Oh, thanks, bro. Have a good one. Take care.
Okay.
He's like Oni, man. He just needs his personal space when he's watching his team, man.
Don't want to get the tears clipped up if things go
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
sour.
Correct, Wolf. We have a couple of new talented youngsters who refuses to give opportunities to. Hey, look at it in my club. It's the other way around. We have nothing but youngsters. It's not all rosy. Don't worry about it. She's still in the chat, by the way. Ain't seen her
I
comment.
suppose that's I think it's a realization or a dawning of one of them, sour truths about Chelsea ownership, that they've sort of become such a very youth-centric system with long-range contracts, and the targets that I see you guys being linked to, I'm thinking these are names that I wouldn't ever imagine even like the most remote scouting network picking up on. Why are these guys being linked to Chelsea? I'm thinking if there was a little bit of a balance between like better quality, like targets like Victor Osimhen would be a fantastic, say, single signing for Chelsea to make in the summer. Well, not summer, sorry, in January. And then work with that to see how well it, comes to fruition over the second half of the season.
Do a bit at a time. Yeah, you're right.
But then seeing you guys being linked to, much more sort of out of the way names out of left field, and I'm just thinking, what is the intention for signing players like that and adding them to even more players in the squad that are already like that? Usually a system for balance brings a couple of those in. If you think, those guys could be good, stick them into this sort of like a streak or into the mainstream a bit. Let them like feed off of the more talented, more quality, more experienced players to help hone their craft. But it seems like there's more and more of these guys coming in, and the only examples they've got to learn off of are players in the same boat as them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it could be a case of shooting themselves in their development in the foot. And I think
that's the thing. When it comes to Chelsea specifically, that's what Poch was told when he had to come in. It's not you're going to win a league. You have to develop these young players into a team. Right, it's one thing trying to muster up a title challenge with an experienced group of players, but it's another thing when you got to build up from a. Oh look, we've got a rare appearance, everybody. Welcome the lady of the chat.
Oh, it's Christmas tree. How are we doing, Christmas tree?
Hello, Mama Christmas tree. Oh, there she is. Hello, Mama Flossie.
Hey, Mama Flossie.
Hi, boys. You all right?
Yes, ma'am. Very well. Yourself?
I'm good. Doing well, don't we?
Yeah, you're not doing badly. We need that second goal, though. Big up early doors in the chat as well. Hello.
Oh, let me see the comments.
Yeah, she's actually on this side of the camera for once, instead of just being the moderator for everybody. What a mad day, eh?
Aye, just a tad.
Hi, Mama. So, what do you think of the performance so far, ma'am?
Well, Joe Linton's a beast, isn't he? Bloody hell, man. They've been awesome. Really, I'm looking over there because that's where my telly is over there.
No worries.
Good news for Newcastle. Dortmund have taken the lead.
See, what did I say? Here you go.
Oh, come on, man.
Everyone was like, oh, Dortmund will just... Hang on, who is it that said it earlier? Someone was like, oh, Dortmund will just cave over and roll over, but they won't.
Well, to be fair, in the first half, PSG were the better team, but...
Are you been watching that, are you?
Well, I'm keeping up to date with it.
Oh, good lad.
But Adeyemi's found the back of the net in that game.
I think it's been a good solid... Newcastle have just done what they needed to do.
Well, I spoke to you when I spoke to you the other day. I said to you that I didn't think they were going to get anything out of this game, and I didn't. I swear, I just didn't. Tired, injuries.
Yeah, I know.
I think after Spurs, it's off the back of Spurs result, and it's like you've got to almost the most important Champions League game to date for Newcastle against a big opposition. It doesn't bode well. But then to see that you've come out with a,
when they were playing the Champions League
Leao.
music, and did you hear the sound, the roar?
Yeah, cool.
I went into my garden and I could hear it.
Yeah.
From across town, I could hear it.
The thing is, that's the right why I love watching Newcastle games, though, because I'm not being funny. We can all agree, regardless of what you think of the stadium or anything, in terms of atmosphere, Newcastle top 3 atmospheres in the Premier English football. Full stop. English. I actually think maybe either at the 3 I've heard is out of Everton, Nottingham Forest, or the Castle. In my opinion.
It does feel like with Newcastle that they can be significantly louder than places like Emirates and Old Trafford and Anfield to various extents. I feel like it's it can be loud, but I feel like Newcastle they've got it's probably less tourism like fans in the ground for Newcastle. It's more localized with that, and I think it's because it's a more localized support with Newcastle. There's just a lot more generic sort of vibe with everybody being on the same page there. Whereas tourist fans, they come from different cultures to support their favorite team. They probably don't know all the chants that all the local guys do. So
just to answer this, early doors, I used to go to Upton Park back in the day. I used to get into the stadium for £1 when they used to sell at the state. I used to get into the stadiums cheap. I could honestly say that I don't think Upton Park, it was crazy in there, don't get me wrong, especially the Matthew Harding stand and all that, but I'm telling you, it's nothing like Forest or Newcastle. Nothing, trust me. Oh, mate.
My best memories of Upton Park was really shooting from his own from his own half and beating. Can't remember who was it that he beat.
And Andy Bale, the Newcastle fan, just text me, PSG getting beaten, bro. It's fucking happening.
Where's he going? What did he go for?
Ah, dear. All right, cool. Oh, dear. Fair enough. The Toon are in Dreamland right now.
Oh, tell us about it.
Kids for a Quid, Wolfgang. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, back in the day, man. When I'm not sure how old you are, Tony, but like in the 90s, if the ground wasn't filled out, well, me and a mate of mine called Charlie, we used to go down to the ground, and you could ask at the ticket if was there any spare tickets available. If you were under, you could get in for £1. £1. I missed those days. It was brilliant. I was outside the ground when they were screaming at Glenn Roeder and who was your chairman at the time to sign up the Canio when he had him on loan. That was amazing. About 2,000 people standing around. Sign up the Canio. Sign up the Canio. It was bloody loud. It was loud. Do you remember that, Mama Flossie? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Sign up the Canio. And they were just screaming through the gates. It was hilarious. Agree with you, Fuzzy, 100%. Not tourist fans, real fans. Yep. I'm a youthful. Cough, cough. Okay, fair enough.
Whatever, early doors. Whatever.
Yeah. Is that why you need Grandpa's cough medicine for your cough? Cough?
He's nearer my age than he is yours.
No comment. I was talking about a lady's age could be quite rude. I'm not going there. It was like Rosie put me in the tin bin again.
I think Barcelona quickly paid the referee to rescind the red card into a yellow card.
Oh,
I think it was part of the tax of paying the referees that they must concede a goal to Antwerp, so now they're losing their game.
21, Mama Flossie says, early doors football. He meant 21 times something.
21, bloody hell, I wish I was.
No, I think he's saying he's 21.
Oh, he's 21. Whatever, mate. Don't believe him. Really don't believe him.
Rosie, where are you? I need you to read out the scores. Where are you?
I can read out the scores for you.
Well, no. Rosie's cool because she's
1-1 at PSG.
It matters more when you got money on it. Oh
yeah, it is as well.
Just equalised. Okay.
Zaire Emery.
He just dyes the white bits in his beard. Oh, bless him. Must have been a hard paper round early doors. That's all I'm saying, lad.
Yeah, keep throwing those papers, boy. Keep throwing those papers. That's all I'll
He's
say.
finally admitted, look, he's 52.
And a half. All right.
Well, I've got 10 years on your early doors, so you're all right.
Fuzzy, shut up.
What?
I was just going to say the youngest in here should be seen and not heard, all right? I was just,
I'm not saying
just
anything.
picking on him a bit.
That's the Fuzzmeister. I could probably be his granny.
Oh, dear.
Thank goodness I'm not woke like Nella is, because otherwise I'd be shutting this stream down. Old enough to be your dad. How you talk about my dad. Can't believe it.
Wait, I lived in the East End, so paper rounds were vicious. I'm still there, mate. You want to talk about you? It's like Vietnam. You're talking about being out. I'm still there, man. I'm still in the East.
Oh,
And you know,
but he's still doing the
you know
paper
funny
rounds.
thing is, right? They actually moved the West Ham ground closer to me, which is actually even more funny. Because Upton Park used to be about half an hour away, but the London Stadium's about 15.
Man practically lives in the Olympic Village.
PSG have to win, don't they? They can't just draw. If we stay as we are, PSG have to win. Am I
If
right?
PSG win, let me have a look real quick. So
They're not going to win. They're going to lose.
Well, it's 1-1 at the minute.
yeah, if PSG win their game, regardless of what Newcastle do, they'll all go through.
What a gutter.
There's still a game after this, though, isn't there?
No, this is it.
This is last game. So this is a decider. If
Good.
PSG or Newcastle go to Europa League or Champions League.
Tony, one thing I do miss about Upton Park is when we used to be able to, because sometimes we used to run down to the front of the stand. It was very close to the pitch, like how Highbury used to be. The Upton Park stands used to be very close to the pitch, and I used to love that. You could literally like high five everyone as they walked off. And the Hammerettes, oh my God, when I was about 15, 16, man, that was the first time I'd seen British cheerleaders. It was just like, yeah. Sorry, man. I'm not going to be that rude or nasty, but it was just like, I've never seen anything like that before live, so it was just like, oh.
Where'd the Crystal Palace cheerleaders go? Where'd they go? Where'd the Crystal Palace cheerleaders go?
I have no idea. Maybe COVID. I don't know, like Gunnosaurus. Who knows?
They catch it and then never. They catch it and then they just like never came back. They've never recovered. They still got it.
Maybe. I'll tell you what, yeah. Did anyone else find it back in COVID surprised with how much Gunnosaurus actually got paid? He got paid like $100,000 or something a week.
Oh no! Like, oh no!
Oh, feck off! Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. Oh, hang on, there she is. She's arrived. She's back. AC Milan are drawing. We need you to do the roundup, Rosie. Is your accumulator still going? Oh no, but you're right. Yeah. Pulisic, yeah.
Do you know what? I mean, do you know what? AC Milan have got something to play for as well. If they beat Newcastle, they would go up to 8 points. So, actually speaking, if PSG lose and AC Milan win, they go through as well. So there's literally every team below Dortmund can, one way or another, get Champions League qualification. So everyone's playing for that. Everyone's playing for one spot today.
Yes, Wolfgang, the stands were so close. Away players hated falling into the chicken run. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, some of the names. If there's one ground you don't want to get sworn at, it is Upton Park. They say everything. Oh, that's a tight offside. Was it going to VAR review? That goal.
No.
He doesn't look offside. He looks behind. Oh, no, he's behind. Yeah, he's in. You can tell by the line on the pitch. He's onside. Shame.
Got to show some big character now.
Rosie, if you're still there, can we have the current scores, please? Fuzzy said he was going to do it, but I didn't want him to do it because I want you to do it.
Newcastle have to score.
Yeah. As everyone draws, though, do you go through if everyone draws?
No, they currently are. Actually, are you?
We're third at the minute.
So they'll go Europa League.
There you go. Thank you, Rosie. Leicester 3-1. They're winning now. Thank you, Rosie.
Isak's coming on.
I'm surprised he didn't start. Personally, I understand there's maybe some tired legs in that squad, but I was actually very surprised that Isak didn't start. Very surprised. I actually think he's been. Mama Flossie, who do you think has been Newcastle's best player this season?
Oh, that's a hard one.
I like the way you answered that. Ooh.
Well, I've loved what Joe Linton's done. I've loved it every time he's played. He's.
Is it because he's a local lad though? You're giving it to him?
Well, no, Joe Linton's Brazilian, so.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Sorry. Who was I thinking of? I was thinking of that guy. And what's his name again? The boy Andy was talking about. The youngster.
I can't. I mean,
Miley?
I love Kieran
Miley,
Trippier.
thank you.
I think Kieran Trippier's awesome. I think he's the glue that holds the team together.
Yeah,
in a lot of games. Miggy gives his all. Anthony Gordon's been really good. A lot better than expected.
There you go, Rosie, 3-1.
I don't know. I honestly don't
flying
know.
in everywhere now. Well, no, Joe Linton, fair enough, because Andy said Joe Linton as well. Oh, he must be. Oh my days, that poor guy must be crawling all over his sofa around about now. Oh there. There you go. Cardiff pumping the coupon. Okay, pumping it. Define pumping it is in screwing. I hope you mean like messing it up, like as if literally pumping the coupon.
Isak is on.
He is on, yeah.
They took Gordon off, I think.
The thing is, the bench for Newcastle, they got so many injuries, the bench for Newcastle's a bit thin, isn't it, at the moment?
It's very thin.
Tell you what, Dan Burn on for Kieran Trippier.
Whoa.
She's got the scores, she's got the bets, she's got the results.
It's big Dan Burn, here he comes.
Yeah, I've got to try and
Rosie,
get
you need to start a channel. Seriously, you
pieces.
need to start a channel.
He's from just up the road from me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, can you see him over the top of the houses?
Yeah, that's it. He's that tall. I can see him. I go, whoa,
Over the top of
lad,
that.
you're a real lad.
Japanese people. Hey, Godzilla! Sorry, I can't help that.
I swear it's once he arrived at Newcastle, the council had to put up low-hanging warning signs everywhere just so that Dan Burn doesn't hit his head everywhere.
He is bigly. He's a big lad.
Had to remove all the overhanging lampposts as well and sort of lift them up a bit. Change them.
Yeah, he's well loved up here because he's a local lad, just up the road, but always like a homegrown player up here.
Yeah, it makes it special.
Wow.
It makes it special when it's a homegrown player.
Because he's 6'7", isn't he?
Roy Antwerp, 2-1 up still, says Rosie.
Like, because my dad was 6'7".
Jesus Christ. Wow, I bet all the boys were especially nice when they met your dad for the first time. Hello, sir. Like, are you going to look after my daughter? Yes, sir. I definitely will. You better.
Try that with a bit of a Scottish accent going on there, because he was a jock.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
No, he was a big Glaswegian.
Oh my Lord. Hey, pal. You're going to be looking after me daughter, pal. Yes, sir. I'll hit your boat hook. Oh, dear. Yeah, Scots, man. You do not make a Scot angry. Especially when it comes down to the family. Like, no.
I'm surprised Wayne Rooney's actually currently winning in the Championship. I didn't understand that. So Birmingham sack a manager that's got Birmingham in 6th place in the Championship for Wayne Rooney to take him from the MLS. I don't understand why they did that.
Rosie, what made you say this? I'm not even going to read it out. That's not ladylike conduct. You're going to get a yellow card for that. Rosie's got a yellow card. No, face pumping. Coupon is face pumping. All right, cool. All right. Full on face pumped. Okay. Early doors is absolutely killing himself, laughing. Nearly a Celtic draw. All right. Well, we'll hope the other team get a penalty. Pun. I still think Newcastle can score again. There's going to be another chance.
So what happens if it stays the same as it is now? Everybody's drawing.
That's why I just said to Fuzzy, and he just said, I think Newcastle will go out.
Europa League.
Europa League.
AC Milan are fourth as it stands on 6 points with
Right.
Newcastle, but I think you have, I believe, it's either a better goal difference or a better head-to-head record. Because actually, is it that? No, better goal difference. Because you drew there and you're
It's
drawing
the 4
here.
against PSG, wasn't it?
Wow. I mean, they've got a -4 goal difference. You've got 0.
Right.
Rosie, why are you being naughty today? She's normally such a wholesome and clean girl. But then again, she's a Rangers fan, so I'm not surprised.
No, wrong. We're Rangers fans.
That's a terrible Scottish accent. I never said I could do a good one. I just did one. Okay, whoopsie daisy.
No.
That's about a Scottish accent. Oh, you got told to get up.
I'll just say Scooby-Doo.
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 Oh, that would have been class if Scooby-Doo was actually Scottish. That would have been class.
Imagine just how off
You know what I mean? Man,
how
even run
out
from
of
the booth, you
pocket
just
the
try and
lines
beat
would
him
have
up.
been.
Good one, Raggy. Oh dear. Oh, how would that even work? Would the rest of the mystery gang wouldn't even know what the hell he was saying? Oh, you're talking to me, pal? What, CSD Liners, Res 2-0. Fuzzy, Birmingham have US owners, so think it was about the name for Wayne signing.
That's true.
And Rosie says, I predicted Newcastle 2-1. Is that what you got in your accumulator, Rosie? Just out of curiosity. It's hard to do. It's got to keep track of what the social comments in terms of the actual footballing comments compared to the actual betting comments. Very versatile in this.
Olivier Giroud's being a right Nancy.
But he always is. Like you brush his hair all over.
Oh man! Oh, don't hurt me! It's like when he was rolling around the floor, grabbing onto his head early on.
I told you it was his hair. They hit his hair.
As if he's been poleaxed. Jesus!
I told you they hit him straight in the hair. Olivier can't take it. You hit him straight in it. That's like he's like Samson. You're taking away his power.
Is he off on a wonder? I can't even hear what he's saying.
There you go. Wow, Rosie, you certainly picked some random game. Listen, Rosie is one of the goddesses of football. I'm telling you, you don't get great returns on betting on favourites. See, that's why she bets. She does some mad bets. That's why she knows all these obscure teams. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she's betting in like the French League 3 or something like that.
Never placed a bet in my life.
Same.
I have. It's just instead of doing it with like bets, and I've always done that with gambles in terms of relationships.
No.
My relationship's been like crap.
Oh man, Howie!
Come on.
Sorry, I don't mean to shout.
It's all right, no worries.
Didn't notice you were shouting.
I've got to be quiet anyway. The hubby's in bed.
Is he? Fair enough.
He's gone to bed. Bless him.
I think
says Rosie,
Newcastle.
Second half is intense. Great match for the neutral. Yeah, it is intense. You know, there's a lot of emotion behind this one.
I think Newcastle qualifying for Champions League knockout stages for today is more than a good enough reason to wake everybody up on your street.
See the AS Linear. That sounds like another Irish team or something.
Let's go Aldershot. Last minute goal against Stockport.
Oh, did you say Stockport have just scored?
Howie, Bruno.
No, they've conceded to Aldershot.
Oh,
minute.
Oh, what a...
That's probably the most local team I've got. That's
Tony!
Well, so yeah, you're a bit late indeed, DJ Crane. Mama,
hello, darling, you alright?
Hello.
Hello, mate. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Sorry, lad.
Mama friend. DJ friend. Sorry. Newcastle trying to attack. Hey, Fuzzy, what minute are you on?
70:03.
Okay, fair enough.
SA
Argentina.
Bolo Bolo are 1-0
I'm
up
same time
against
as you,
Libertad
Fuzzy.
Argentina,
Gran
here you go.
Mamoré in Bolivia.
Vehicles. No, I'm not side eye. Laugh out loud.
Criminal side eye.
I die.
Bombastic side eye.
I'm Mr. Lava. Sorry.
Come on, man.
I just had to drop that in there. Mr. Lava. There you go. Rosie says, I'm not betting on small French team side eye. Yeah.
Who's
Well, you
side
never
eye?
know
What's
until you
that?
ask.
Oh, Simon.
Oh, hang on. He's down.
Oh, he's on for Longstaff.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Does anyone actually know why that goalkeeper stayed down? Because I'm trying to work it out and I can't see why. Playing for time. Shagadelic Wolf. Yeah, baby, yeah. What a save, by the way. Says Andy, just text me. It's weird because I got to keep on the chat here, the messages, and keep on the conversation. Andrew, why didn't you just stay on? Why did you have to go off? And now I'm WhatsApping you like my girlfriend. Alright, I'm not going to repeat what he's just yeah, I bet it's killing you. I'm not going to repeat what he just said.
Joe Linton needs to be careful because he's going to end up getting...
Whole have equalised. Oh. Please, everyone, if you haven't liked and subscribed to Fuzzy's channel, please do so. Good guy. Nice guy.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. You know how we do. Yeah, by the way, Rosie, if you stick around long enough, we could do the impressions and the impersonations at the end of the stream if you like. You might want to stick on Mama Flossie. She wants to play movie mimes. We've got to do quotes and impersonations and you see if you can guess the movie.
Oh, yes, Early Doors. I used to watch that. I used to watch him in Homicide: Life on the Streets as well. Brilliant actor. Brilliant.
Britain in 9/11, yep. Captain Holt has died. Yeah. God bless. Benfica women 1-0. Oh, how are Chelsea doing? Are they beating was it St. Allen women? What women's Chelsea doing? I know they're playing Champions League tonight.
Going attacking.
Oh,
AC Milan.
Ruben! Oh, I forgot you were over there as well. Oh, so many ex-Chelsea players. Sad. Yeah, it is so sad. Well done, Rosie. Beautifully timed.
The funny thing was, he went from being like a real like a hard-nosed cop in Homicide: Life on the Streets to comedy acting, and he was brilliant at both.
Yeah,
he was really good. Really good.
Kremlin 2-1. Rosie, how many different leagues and stuff are you actually keeping an eye on?
Even the dogs on
It's 2-1, isn't it?
To PSG, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I can see it come up.
They scored?
Yeah, 2-1 PSG.
It's not Mbappe, is it?
I'll find out it is, yeah.
Oh,
2-1 to them.
Yeah, killing Mbappe.
Oh, man.
Hero and a half shell. Leicester have had their red ball, mate. All right, gives you wings.
Just don't lose this game and you can stay in the European competition.
Well, if they still win it, don't they go through still? Because
Well,
obviously Milan,
PSG, if they win this game, they go top. Dortmund go down to second. Newcastle can't do anything. Neither can AC Milan to get into Champions League. Then again, that goes under VAR review. Might get ruled out.
Come on, VAR.
We love VAR. Come on, please.
Well, I love it, but it needed to be useful in this case. That sounds like magic. It's a kind of magic. Hopefully.
And it's chalked out. Offside.
Come on, you!
Still live.
Come on. Andy, you must be going crazy right now, mate, if you're still watching. Jesus Christ. You must be...
Chalked out. I'll tell you what, if the people in the stands that have got this on radio or something...
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine the emotion
you can hear... You'll probably be able to hear cheers for that.
Thank you, Rosie. Oh, God bless you, darling. Thank you for checking for me. I appreciate that. God bless you, sweetheart. Thank you. Much obliged for that. Thank
What
you.
happened here?
Oh, Porto are gone 4-2 up. Oh, they're drumming it away now. Yeah, I'm watching it, Rosie. Come out flying after halftime. Lady Rosie and long-haired Yeti. Thanks, bro. I'm chilling tonight. Wow, I said that nearly an hour ago, bro.
Or did you ask him on?
Sorry?
Did you ask him on the
Yeah,
stream?
I sent, because obviously I was hoping that you and Andy would join, because obviously you guys are the Newcastle fans, but obviously
Yeah.
when you were both late, obviously Andy's too petrified, obviously because he's watching the game and he bleeds Newcastle, to actually be on stream while this is happening, and obviously you've just come on for the second half, which I'm very grateful for, by the way. I know, I'm grateful you're here. I'm not
No
criticizing.
hands up. I come through at half time and saw my phone flashing and thought, oh, who's it? Oh, bloody hell.
Well, I'm just grateful you made it. Fuzzy, you stretching or has something happened? No, he's stretching, I heard.
Stretching.
All right. I thought like he was celebrating the Newcastle goal on mute or something. Started 1-0 and Rosie says, madness.
Mind the fact that yet he's just chilling tonight, that's not a surprise. He rang me this morning. I think I must have been on the phone for about 2 hours.
Fair enough.
You can't get a word in edgeways, man. You go from talking about football to talking about bloody world politics and religion. It's just like, whee.
It's the conspiracy man in him, that's why. PSG, massive offside decision, no goal. Huge. I can't believe Pulisic. Oh my God, they got Pulisic, they got Tomori, they got Giroud. Who else is Ruben Loftus-Cheek? Who else is in that bloody team that's ex-Chelsea? And they're still in the Champions League where we're not. Coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
I play for a club like AC Milan where failure is not tolerated in the same way it's like Chelsea sometimes is. I think it's just a case that it's an English club versus an Italian club. You're always going to get fans.
Is that you?
Wait, you guys drag it down, Giroud, man. If you want his shirt, just wait until the end of the game. He's proper trying to pull his shirt off there, was Olivier.
Luka Jovic in the book. Can I keep balls in the mud? Balls in the mud?
Yeah, he jumped on old school stream like he had to come off as their neighbour next door started to bang on the wall to him to stop talking. Ah, that's why. All right, fair enough. Fair enough, Tony. Thank you for dropping that in there. Ramsgate, 3-0 up. Well, that's a yellow, isn't it? Of course it is. So what do you reckon, Mama Flossie? Do you reckon you guys can score another goal, or?
Oh,
off the post.
it hit the post.
Just as I say that, he hits the post. Sorry.
Rafael, man.
Smash the like,
Holy
people.
mother of God. Don't ask me that question again, please. Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Poor Andrew must be sitting there right now, flipping on his sofa.
I honestly thought that was in there. Up your pipe. Ha, 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 ha.
$10 plus stoppage time.
Oh, early doors, it was good to see you back. It really was. And it was a funny chat last night, wasn't it? When we're all piled into old school Gunner stream. That was weird, wasn't it?
My stream just before that was absolutely fiery.
Yeah, your stream was good as well.
It was a couple, I think it was just a record likes target hit for that stream as well. So
wait, DJ, what waffle you chatting you get? How is anything my fault?
He's sticking up for me, Wolf. That's what he's doing.
What do you mean? When have I put the boot in on Newcastle or anyone else today? Oh, because I said, do you think you can score again and you hit the post? It's my fault. Oh, dear. Jump on the not Wolfie bandwagon. Oh, dear. Oh, Celtic. Oh, Rosie, your accumulator. Oh, no. 82nd minute.
VAR, my lord, VAR.
It
What,
was
another
totally
goal?
100 with my first one back. Didn't expect to be
Save
on
my
the
bet,
ball.
VAR.
Oh, dear.
Porto could be up 5 here.
Go and subscribe to Early Doors Football, by the way, please. If you have a good guy, nice dude.
5-2. 5-2.
Was that to Porto?
Yeah.
Or Porto blitzing them then?
Shakhtar just getting buried alive
It's a
again.
hell of a long stream, Early Doors, but it's just good to see you back on. That's all I can say. We missed you, didn't we, lads? We missed him.
Yeah.
I can't really say I did because I was only been on YouTube myself for a couple of months. So
Yeah.
I'm a new boy. But if you've gone and came back, well done, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's
No, well, he was on all the time, and then real life takes
some,
over,
wait,
and
does
we missed
anyone
him.
know what Rose is talking about when she says about that's some donkey?
Not for me, no.
Alright, fair enough. Thank you, Wolf. No problem. Thank you, Mama Flossie. And Rosie says to San Antonio, dinner up. No problem. Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, you're all right, darling.
But it was, yeah, 5-2. Yeah, Fozzie just said Rosie. 5-2. There you go.
Lorenzi.
DJ Crane says, I didn't miss him. Oh, of course I did. Welcome back, Tone.
Yeah, well, at one time we had 3 Tonys. We had Tony Claude, Tony Early Doors, and Tony DJ Crane, and that's why it's Tony.
The 3 tones.
Yeah. But you see, I think that should be a band where we've got the 3 tones and they get together and they give us a sing song.
And right at the beginning, Tony Claude said, hey, and we are live.
Exactly.
Like he always says. Love you, Tony.
No,
wish you could have jumped on
one
it.
of them singing and the others going, doo-wah, be-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
Oh, you know what they could be? They could be like, you know that Phil Collins tune? Was it You Can't Hurry Love? You know when you got the 2 other Phil Collins in the back, you have one Tony at the front, the
but
other
then
2
they should sort of do up and you're probably sort of, what do you want to make those eyes at me for type of song.
You know what I mean? Or they can make Can't Hurry Love, but make an Arteta version. You know what I mean? You can't hurry, Mick. No, you'll just have to wait. Trust in the process. It's a game of give and take. Olivier's off. He's going to give these.
Chukwueze and
Okafor. Subscribe to other channels. Okay. Why won't it let you subscribe to other channels?
Was there really Early Doors? I never knew that.
Well, there was a group called Tony Tone. Really? Mama Flossie, Mug is a donkey.
Oh, I love donkeys.
Donkey!
Donkey!
Hey, shit!
Donkey!
We need to get out of here, man! No, donkey!
I do. I love donkeys.
Oh, no! Chukwueze! Just come on!
Oops.
Oh, no! Oh. Not like this.
Oh dear.
Not like this.
One time, baby back, ribs. Counter attack.
That's a lot of head and hands. It's like a 4 versus 3 there.
Yeah, it's a counter attack. There's not a lot you can do about it.
The ball just ends up going to the one guy that's.
You know what? That's exactly like your goal against us. They all just back off, and it just allows them to. Still 2-1 to Milan. It's only just gone 2-1 to Milan, Rosie. What are you talking about?
Oh, Livramento just strides one step too far. Keeps the guy on side. The other 3 are.
Yeah.
Would have played him off.
I know. I feel so sorry for them.
Oh.
We always get done in the last minutes of a game, don't we? In Europe. Always get
a lot
done.
of people, to be honest.
You was it. Get out. Go on.
That's one thing I will say. Europe is one of the least forgiving places you can play.
Oh,
Definitely. And sometimes it doesn't even matter if you do well or not.
Yeah, with
get
it
back on
being
the bus and fly home. Ah,
No, he's onside as well. It's a good finish, though. Good
Hmm.
finish. 83rd minute. Yep. People are running out of time.
every time.
100%. 83rd, mind. Yeah, it is the 83rd. Oh, you know what, Rosie? Don't worry. I didn't actually think. I think you actually realised that's a correction. I actually thought you said like you're still like 7 minutes left, so you didn't have to correct yourself. I don't think anyone would have noticed, mate. But you're right. Both ones. There's still a bit of time for Luke. Do you think Mama Flossie, when it comes to Newcastle, they're trying? It's just there's just too many injuries and it's all been too much effort, or just
I
a
do,
bit,
yes.
bit
I do,
unlucky.
because over the last few weeks playing in the league, he's had to play the same team more or less every game. Plus playing in Europe, have we had FA Cup as well? I don't know.
Can't, yeah, you got Newcastle.
I mean, that game on Sunday against Spurs, they were absolutely knackered at the end. They were dead on their legs. It's got to take its toll somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I'm
I
not
suppose,
gonna lie. If you got Europa League football out of this, would you still consider that an achievement?
yes.
a group of death, yeah.
Yes, I
By-
would. And if
by
they went
far the
forward, come on. I wasn't born when Newcastle won a legitimate trophy. I went to see them when they won the Fairs Cup in '69, but then they don't count that as a European Cup anymore. It's a non-cup.
True.
So, if they won anything, I'd be over the moon.
That's one thing I have to say I love about my team, actually. Even though I had to wait nearly 10 years to watch them win everything, maybe 15 or 16 years to watch them win it. But at least most of the first times, I did actually get to see them myself. First time they won the Premier League, first time they won the Champions League. Got to see all of it. Lucky me.
Like I say, I wasn't born when they won the last bit of proper silverware. Being a Rangers fan, I've been up to Scotland so many times and I've seen Rangers batter Celtic and win everything there was.
Yeah. Here you go. That's another thing about it. I forgot, Rosie. Here you go. There's another Rangers fan. I forgot Mama Flossie.
Me and my dad never missed an Old Firm derby, ever.
Isn't Warren a Rangers fan as well? Or was it Celtic?
I
He told
don't
me
know.
as well. I can't remember. Was he saying about No, was it you that said you used to go on your dad's shoulders, Mama Flossie?
That's me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, you should. That's when you spoke the week before last. You were telling me about how you used to just jump on his shoulders and sit there.
Hell yes.
It
was like being up a pair of stepladders sitting on my dad's shoulders. My God, you were above everybody.
I've seen teams score twice in 10 minutes. I've seen a team score 5-3. That's game in the day so far. Newcastle will have virtually a team out with injuries. Talk about how's your luck. Football's like that.
Exactly.
That's jam.
The devil, he doesn't. He hates them.
Okay. 2-1. Celtic. There you go. Is your accumulator still on, Rosie? Is your accumulator still on? Like, are you buying us all dinner later? You know. DJ Grain's on the wind up. Like,
one touch too many.
Rosie again, the lady with the scores. Barca have equalised. It is 2-2. The Catalans have pulled it back. I do think Xavi will get the sack by the end of this season, though. But that team really is deep.
I've seen a clip of Barcelona against Girona, where the ball's in their box. The ball's in their box.
Awful.
Oh, my
literally, I was
watching Ali McCoist, Rosie.
I was watching bloody Frankie
Ali
de Jong.
McCoist all day and every day.
Oh, Jesus.
Who's your favourite Rangers players, Mama Flossie? Ali McCoist was class. Warren despises Rangers. Yeah, I know.
When he was a young one, he played in Sunderland. He was a Sunderland player. And I used to go through in Rangers colours and watch him play in Sunderland. I used to wear my Rangers shirt
4 minutes.
and go and watch him play at Roker Park. Love
was a
Ali
park
McCoist. Love him.
Good finisher as well. Alan McCoist. He had a good all-round ability. I miss all those legendary Scottish midfielders, man. Like all the Sunatses, the Billy Bremners, all those guys. You'd be surprised how many good ones, especially in the 70s and that kind of time where they were like.
What you laughing at?
And there's Barcelona in the mud. They equalised 2-2. Antwerp just go up the other end and score.
3-2. There we go.
Visca Barca.
It's not official news until Rosie says it. So the lady with the scores, telling us all the giggles and the guffaws. Well done, Rosie. 3-2.
No, he's a good pundit early doors. I find Ali very listenable. I mean, he's on telly now, commentating.
I'll tell you what. The only thing I don't like listening. I don't like listening to Talk Sport.
I listen to Ali.
I know he's on there, but it's just
Yeah.
there's too many people on Talk Sport that waffle crap. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
The worst one for me is bloody. I think it was one was Danny Murphy. That the worst for me is Gabby Bonglahor. Oh my God. I swear, half the time this guy literally he forgets about what he was talking about 5 minutes before just to create a new, like, god awful take about something
narrative,
that just is like.
I used to moderate for their YouTube channel.
Did you?
Yep.
I wonder why you gave that up.
Rather toxic and nasty, and I just stopped going in, and
Bit like the
I
football
spoke
terrorists.
to the social media manager, and I just said, "Take me spanner, I'm not coming back." I see it's horrible.
You know what? Since
Take my spanner, I'm not coming back.
Yeah, take me spanner, I'm not coming back.
It's funny you say it because you know what? Over the last 2 weeks,
Raptors
I've not
going up.
watched anything from the football terrace. Not since that stuff with Lee week before last. I've not watched anything from the terrace.
Oh, I was in there yesterday.
Oh, how was that? Was it more calm or was it the same?
Yes, it was a bit better. It was a
that's
bit
good.
better. Yeah.
I don't know what for a legitimate like monetized channel. What you were allowing people to say.
The stuff you don't see as a chatter is unreal. But it applies to everybody, not just Lee.
Oh my God!
Oh,
They had an
don't.
open goal.
Get it, go on.
Met Ali,
They had an open
best
goal and he
commentator in
missed
World
it.
Cup.
Met Ali, some guy, best commentator of the World Cup. Yes, he is. What's that? What's her name? Rosie, is it?
Pardon, ma'am?
Is her name Rosie?
Yes.
I don't want to call her Macduff. That would just be rude.
Well, Rosie McDuff. Well, I always used to call her ma'am, just like with you, until one day she made a very crude joke about me. So we've been on.
Yes, he's lovely, Rosie. He really is.
Who's lovely?
Ali McCoist?
Oh, I was hoping upon hopes you're talking about me.
No, he's a bit of eye candy, even now. You bugger.
Yeah.
How are you, lads? Come on. Who fits?
Oh, it's a 3v2.
We're done.
Oh no. Was it
This is
3-1?
No, it's not off the post.
Oh, I hit the post again.
Oh,
Get
dear.
in.
Tomori.
Did you hear what he said about Grealish
going
and
on?
Bellingham?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Ramsgate 4-0 up. Great panel, Wolf, from Drew Gunner. How you doing, you legend?
Hi, Drew.
What's up, mate?
What's good, Drew?
Post again, says Soy. PSG has made a sub, says Rosie. Yeah, we're getting into a last action-packed 5 minutes. Oh. To be honest, as it stands now, do Newcastle make Europa League football?
No.
It's done. That's it.
Oh, no. Final whistle.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, you tried. It was really against you there. You tried. Very unlucky. Very unlucky.
Never mind.
I know it's a bit of a sore note right now, but what did you think of the performance, ma'am?
I thought we did well.
Yeah, I think he didn't do too. Just a bit unlucky, really. Just a bit tired, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear. What about you, Fuzzy? What do you think?
I say good first half. Second half, it was looking like it was all going, just like a game management type of thing.
Yeah.
Milan get their equaliser, and then it's like the inevitable shift that you're watching it happen. You're just like, no, stop it, and then it just became more of AC Milan get that second goal with a couple of substitutions, and then it's Newcastle.
Do you think that goal rattled them? Do you think that first goal rattled them?
They looked a little bit rattled for a little bit of time. I think it was straight after kickoff, a sloppy ball for a throw, and that switched over play.
Drew, that's not their first pot, but it's the first time in a long time. I remember in the 90s when Newcastle had Champions League football. So Newcastle and Terry Venables, I think they got Champions League football. So they've been there before. My pals always took the piss because I thought George Abortos was beautiful. I was only 17 when he was playing for Rangers in 2003. Good, decent player though as well.
Look at it this way. If you're a Newcastle fan, at least you walked into the group of death and got 5 points out of it. United got quite an easy group and walked out with 4.
Yep. It's not.
And we beat PSG.
Well, yeah, you did.
We had the mighty Copenhagen. Yeah.
And you did diddly squat.
Well, I'm not being funny. You guys are on course for maybe getting Champions League next year. So just call it alert. To be honest, I think the Magpies should be proud of how they've done in this group. Injuries and squad depth can be worked on. Well, they were unlucky because over the last, you would say that they've lost all their depth over the last month.
Absolutely, Si. Absolutely.
Yeah, nothing.
There'll be plenty of people who'll say, "Oh, Newcastle bottled it," and blah 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 blah. But that's the usual.
No, they didn't bottle it. You guys
That's
have got an injury list as well as going on.
isn't it? Oh, you bottled it.
No, this is not an Arsenal stream. No disrespect, but that's normally where everyone says the word bottled. They either apply it to Spurs or they apply it to Arsenal, one or the other. The lady with upstairs, Ali McCoy said that.
Oh, yes, I saw that, Rosie. Yes, that was well funny, that.
He wouldn't trust Grealish with his granny.
Yeah, I remember that, yes.
Dear.
Not surprised anybody would.
No, they don't, Drew. They go out.
Drew, we're right out.
Wolf, why are you laughing at me? What have I done it? What have I bottled? What? What are you talking about?
I think Tony's in a world of his own.
I think that too, but it's nice to know what's going on in Tony world. No, they had to win. So, all right. So, Rosie, did your accumulator not make? How is your accumulator doing? Are you getting that 700?
Never mind.
Like 700 quid then? Are you gonna treat the rest of it? Oh, here we go. Look, here we go. Another like a Newcastle fan. Unlucky dude. They just run out of steam.
Hey, Mama Flossie, by the way, I've seen your comments so many times. It's nice to put a face to a name.
Mama Flossie, Andy.
Just call us Flossie, it's easier.
Sorry. Yeah, that went to shit quickly, didn't it?
You guys ran out of steam for me. Like, you just look tired.
We were naively too attacking, I think, in my opinion. Trippier going off, I understood it. The problem was we didn't have any quality going in the box. At the end of the night, we were putting the ball in the box, and every ball was headed out. Let's be honest. What a save, by the way. What a save, by. If he hasn't saved that way in the Europa League, and that's what top players do. And look at Tomori. His tackle. It's what top players do. It's a bitter. That is a bitter. To swallow. But do you know what its annoying thing is everyone's going to go back to PSG. Yeah. I'm not going to even turn on and say that I'm going to blame it on what. I'm not going to even say it. But
there was 4 other games.
Exactly, that's my point. There was the home game against Dortmund where we never really showed up. But it's such a stinger when you know that you've been
So close.
elbow deep by a bad decision. But we have to pick ourselves up, carry on. And do you know what it is? It's probably, when you look at things, when you look at the squad and the way things have gone, you've got to look at it and go, right, regroup, try and make sure that we get European football next season, because if we don't, I guarantee Eddie Howe will not be our manager. And I'm not saying that that's what I want, but you've got to look at the people that own the club, look what they're doing in other sports, and they will not accept mediocrity. They won't. If we do not get European football, Eddie Howe will not keep his job.
But do you think they'll give him the benefit of the doubt in this particular case in terms of like how you've gone out with the injuries and the group of, because it's the hardest group in the Champions League easily. So like, because you just got so many big teams in there.
Group of death, and we've made it competitive. And I'd like to think that the neutral would look at that group and watch the football and go, do you know what it is? Newcastle weren't the worst team in that group. They had a bit of bad luck, didn't play well when they should have. But
they face pumped Rosie's coupon. So
I mean, to a Chelsea fan or an Arsenal fan, making the knockout stages of a Champions League is something to celebrate. For a Newcastle fan, it's something to watch on DVD 10 years later. You know,
that's so right. It is, yeah.
I know, yeah, you do. Yeah.
I remember the Bobby days,
we're like that now as well. So we're not in the Champions League that as often as we used to. Not as in like in the Drogba days and all that when we were in it yearly. But I know what you're saying. But the thing is, I do really feel sorry for Newcastle, you guys, in the fact of it's not even close to the team you started with in the Champions League. Because obviously you've had to make so many different changes. You've had to maybe burn out players a little bit, like Trippier.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, and Mama Flossie said it as well a little while ago. So I think it's just one of those ones where it's just a combination of a bit of bad luck, all coming together a little bit, and hopefully you guys can kick on it. Because in the league, you're still fighting, you're still scrapping. So just take it is what it is, isn't it?
Biggest thing I take from this is how many chances did Milan have? 3, 4.
Yeah.
You guys had one or two yourself.
They took 2 of them. Miggy, I love him, and he had such a good game today. When I say he had such a good game, what I mean is when we were starting to get under the cosh a little bit, he won the ball back, he pressed, he worked so hard. The problem is decision making. He had a couple of times where he could have played the ball around and he just didn't do it. And we're not punishing teams. And the unfortunate thing is because unless Miggy's standing on his right foot, he may as well not have a right foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I honestly think he's one of the best players in our squad for setting the tone. But we need to get more clinical up front. We need a Moussa Diaby. We need an Olmo or a Wirtz. We need someone up top that's going to contribute with goals. Otherwise, we're not going to finish in Champions League spots.
What about a manager? Who would you pick? You said
I'd stick with Eddie. I'm just saying this isn't me saying Eddie Howe should be sacked. No.
I'm asking you in terms of Rosie's question because she said who would be your ideal manager if you like.
My ideal manager. It depends what you want. Do you want trophies or do you want entertainment?
And you, Mama Flossie, as well, please. When Andy's on, please.
I'll pick Jose Mourinho personally.
No, God.
I know. No. I say that in a cringe. Look what he did with Roma.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and Chelsea. And Chelsea.
You give that guy a blank check. You give that guy a blank check in 3 years, he will win you trophies.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just buying all the players. And
then
but
the style of football is awful.
Who would you pick then for a manager?
Honestly, I can't give you a name. I genuinely can't. Not at the minute.
Carlo Ancelotti?
No.
I think it's more the case of we need the owners to back the manager that we have.
Yes.
We've always been expected to go and blow somebody out the water for a player, and we haven't yet. Everyone's saying, we're expecting Newcastle to spend 100 million plus. I honestly think January might be the same way you see Newcastle go, full hog. They know they've got a big sponsor coming in the summer.
Well, yeah,
With the Saudi Airlines, so the money's going to be there next year, and it runs over a 3-year period to spend. I really do think January might be a big turn for us.
That's what I was just going to say.
Drew, I'll fall out with you for that, mind. Super Mick Arteta to Newcastle. Bugger that for a game of golf.
Not a chance.
Okay. One more
Not a
bad job
chance.
like that, Drew, and you're going in the sin bin, all right? Okay, everyone is official. Drew's on a yellow card.
Yes. Mikel Arteta would last 2 games in Newcastle.
They would rip him apart. Can you imagine the Newcastle faithful going for the best look? If they tried saying to any Newcastle who's the best looking Spaniard we know, fuck off, mate.
He's a good looking guy. It doesn't mean he's right for Newcastle United.
What are you talking? That's it. Okay, all right. Okay, VAR review. Your yellow card's been retracted because you said sorry. So, all right, then. VAR.
No, I don't know who you could pick out of the current managers that are floating around for Newcastle. I just don't know.
I honestly think Eddie Howe's the right pick. I think he needs back. He just needs back. They backed him getting Isaac. I'm sure there was other top clubs after Isaac. I'm sure there was. But we've lost the £60 million midfielder. People don't realise this. Tonali is a top player. You know, he was Milan's best player last season in Milan. Without a doubt.
That's why I said it's a combination of bad luck, because it's A, the amount of injuries you got, B, the amount of games you had, and obviously the only team that we can really sympathise with the Tonali situation is more Brentford with Tony, because you just look at how many different games would have been different for them if they had Tony playing. Even the game against Arsenal, like the other day, when, to be honest, if they had Tony on the pitch, they probably would have won.
I agree with you.
So, yeah, I do it. Tonali, and he started so well as well, Tonali, and it was a big miss for you guys. It really was.
Tony wants
it's the eye that he's got for a pass. If you look at the Villa game, since the Villa game, we've not played that type of goal where the ball's broke the defensive midfield line in one pass. Yeah. He literally received the ball 35, 45 yards out from goal, played one pass and we score. We haven't seen that. Bruno's capable of it, but the problem is because of the injuries, Bruno's been asked to run too much and not play as much.
Yeah, Tonali's got the quality, like you were saying.
Yeah.
He's just got that quality about it.
Never mind, we got there.
And we're much better. I'll be honest with you, we're much better when Isaac come on.
DJ Crane says, "Would you guys take?"
He's another one. He'll go in the bin. Put him in the sin bin. Yellow card.
He can manage the 18s if he wants.
DJ Crane, you're on a yellow card.
That's if he can deal with the egos.
I'm handing him out like VAR, mate.
We've had Ivan Tony. We sent him away. We don't want him back, thanks.
He's not worth the money people are talking about. He's not.
We don't have the pool.
He's a good striker, but he's not worth the money people are talking.
Well, I'm not being funny, actually. Out of all those strikers that everyone was talking about, the one I actually regret Chelsea not going for, out of all the smaller teams' players, if you like, was Mitrovic. Because that guy was an animal. And that was something that Chelsea need. We need that bully.
2 minutes, guys.
Yeah,
Mitrovic is you get what you see with him. Put the ball in the box, he will get you goals. Get people around him in the box, he'll get you goals. And he'll get other people goals as well. Look at his assists in the Premier League. People don't give him the credit for the amount of assists he gets in the Premier League. Not just goals.
True. All-round play isn't something that's always taken into account these days. But do me a favour, just before just because I don't want to take too much of your time, like, Andy, where do you think Newcastle go from here then, mate? You tell me what you think.
I think we will probably see a good, I think at least 3 or 4 outs. I really do.
Well, who do you think should go?
Just to balance the coffers so they can get 1 or maybe 2 in as a backup, and then they're going to go big on one player, I think.
Well, where do you think that big player should be? Do you think it should be a striker? Do you think it should be defender, midfielder?
We need a 10 like a Madison. We need a Wirtz for me. I think he's a big signing. Possibly. Someone I would be looking at anyways. You've got Boniface at Leverkusen. He's apparently got a buyout clause of less than 30 million euros. If he has, then you need to jump on that because he's brilliant from distance. He's strong. He's a bit like Joe Linton, actually. But he's a little bit more direct. So I'd have him. And I'd probably take Anderson from Palace.
Yeah, he's not a bad player.
I think he's a very, very, very good defender in the Premier League. He's just in a side that play against his strengths. He's not the quickest, and when Palace play on the counter-attack, sometimes he gets caught out.
Yeah.
But if he was in a team that had possession a lot of the time, I think you'd see a lot better player.
You mentioned, would you take Elise from Crystal Palace? I know he's just signed.
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't pay the money that they're talking about yet. No, because he hasn't proven himself over an 18-month period to stay fit. But I definitely think the ability's there in him. Like, definitely, without a doubt, he's a Leroy Sané for me, or a Robin-esque player. You know he's going to cut in on that left foot, but sometimes you just cannot stop him from doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
His goal against Fulham, was it, when Palace beat Fulham? He picks it up just... I may get the team wrong. Apologies if I have. To get past the first defender, I think, is an impressive bit of play. He gets the ball back and then hits it from where he hits it from. And, I mean, the goalkeeper's got any chance, has it? Let's be honest. And another thing tonight, Dubravka, for the second goal, the one where the guy whips it from the right side, Dubravka's on his knees as he's diving. What is he doing so low? A lot of people have been criticising Dubravka, myself included. And tonight, I'm sorry, but that second goal, I don't know if you're watching TNT now, the showing a bit of the game. When you see the second goal, watch where Dubravka is when he's diving. He's literally on his knees. Bad. We will get a goalkeeper, and I think it'll be for the kid from Spain, Miscavilla, or whatever his name is. I think we'll get him.
Well,
because...
Go on. Sorry.
Sorry, no, go on, mate.
I was just going to ask Mama Flossie. I was just going to say to her, but if you want to finish, please. But I was just going to say to her, where do you, like I asked you a minute ago, where does she think Newcastle should go from here in terms of how the season should pan out, what they should be aiming for? But please finish, bro.
How are you, man? You know I don't do this type of chat. Bloody hell. I don't know. Just do what they can do if we go, because we're still in the FA Cup. You know, I mean.
I'm sorry, it'd just be rude not to ask. Sorry.
Hey, how are you?
The Carling Cup in the quarter-final, aren't we?
Yeah, you are. You're still in the Carling Cup. That's true.
You know, there's Early Doors is asking, would we take Ramsdale?
Eddie Howe's got a relationship with him.
Yeah, he has.
Well, surely you just think to Pope to come back, though, wouldn't you?
I don't think he's better than Pope, personally, as a goalkeeper. He's better with his feet, but I don't think he's a better shot stopper than Pope.
No, I like Pope. I rate him. I think he's a good goalkeeper, actually.
I think he's a very good goalkeeper, but I just don't think he's better than Pope at shot stopping.
Look at his taller.
But obviously, the thing is now, isn't it? You've got to have a goalkeeper that plays with the feet.
Yeah.
It's the thing. Look at the money that Man United's paid for Onana. Onana can't guard his box. Isn't that one of the first things that you should be able to do as a goalkeeper?
Yeah, dominate your area. Yeah, of course. Well, that's how old school goalkeepers used to be. I'm not sure about new school.
Played a pass last night for, I think it was McTominay or Bruno or whatever, he nigh on set of a goal. He nearly got an assist. That's great and good, but that's not what I hire a goalkeeper for. I hire a goalkeeper to keep the ball out of the net. I don't hire him to get assists. That's what they'll pay the big money to the strikers for, and the midfielders.
Your goalkeeper, yeah, you keep goals out. You're not supposed to set them up. Yeah, I'm like that as well. I hate all this modern goalkeeper lark. I think it's crap.
If you're going to go and get a top goalkeeper, go and get Neuer or Oblak.
Eddie plays with his feet. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but Pope, yeah, I agree with this comment. For me, Pope is, I think he's actually one of the best goalkeepers in the league, actually. It's just the fact he plays for Newcastle, he may not just quite get the credit he deserves.
Look at how many clean sheets he's got this season, mate. There's no one got more clean sheets than him this season in the Premier League.
Yep, I agree.
And last season he missed out to here. That's it.
Yeah, I'm sure Fuzzy, he's had his own thoughts on what goalkeepers and he was talking about De Gea last night, strangely enough, and exactly what you were just saying about we got rid of someone who was at a set level, then we downgraded to someone else. And You know what I mean? I do hear what, because the goalkeeper conundrum become kind of like the striker conundrum. Everyone needs one.
Do you know what's actually quite funny about the whole goalkeeping situation for United, though? Is that if we had a different goalkeeper, we might have actually gone through into the knockout stages.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the debate, yeah.
Literally just swap the goalkeepers.
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
could have gone through.
Would you think you would have gone through if you had De Gea instead of Onana, Fuzz?
Yeah.
Yeah, more consistent.
Better shot stopper. He's more sturdy with his hands with David De Gea. Like big moments in big games, he does come in quite clutch. It's just the odd occasion where maybe he makes a bad pass or a bad decision.
But
Maybe
every
he gets
keeper
the
does, though,
angles wrong.
don't they?
Every
Every
keeper does
keeper
it.
does.
Nowadays, yes.
Judge them for what their best is and then where their average is. Like people think, well, I'll tell you what, half the stuff, if not all the stuff that Anana's done, if it was David De Gea, it will be clipped up and there'll be endless compilations all over YouTube for it. But because it's Onana, the only compilations we've got are from rival fans. All the United lot have gone quiet. They've just disappeared. They've scurried off into little caves again, waiting for the next hipster thing to jump on a player's back that they want to get out.
He's a Fabian Barthez, isn't he? He's capable of
Yes.
unbelievable one-shot saves, and then capable of just being an absolute lunatic in the next sense.
Well, people mock
Sorry,
Barnes.
he was good at half post, mate, but
Barthez, wasn't he?
he's going to say goodnight to the daughter. Sorry, mate.
Oh, sorry.
Night, night. All the best. Love you.
Okay, what a joke.
I didn't just say that on YouTube, did I?
No, I see your family, man. Don't, hey, anyone else got
Hey,
a complaint?
Fine.
Come
You
It's
watched my
absolutely fine.
you watched my stream last night. I had one of those.
Mama Fuzzy was on his stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mama Floss. Oh, don't worry.
Yeah,
my
my
girlfriend was
mum
up in
came up.
arms because some people in my chat a week or so ago said she didn't exist. She jumped up off the bench. She said, "What?" In my, I was like, "Babe, just sit down. I don't mean it." Kate was pissed.
Never.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I forgot I was actually on screen there for a second. Sorry, lads.
It's just come. Please, that's how I want everyone's for. The only reason why I put my camera off is because I'm eating a chicken burger, so I don't want you guys to see that horrible.
No, we don't want to watch you eating.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Oh, thanks, man. You made me
No
feel
bother. No bother.
yeah, but Fuzzy, you're quite clever and intellectual. Do me a favor. You tell me, right, and you're just something before I wrap this up, where you think Newcastle can go. Because obviously you're a neutral in all this. So you tell me what you think Newcastle could do.
Well, I think for Newcastle, it's a case of progressing your club in stages as far as the ownership's concerned. So, what you achieve here is a benchmark to knowing just what your team right now is capable of. It makes it quite an interesting question over what signings do you make now to add, because you've got a good core to this team, to perform better than most.
It was the. Sorry, Todd Close. There was a comment just put up there saying nothing. Tell your missus you love her. It was my daughter. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. That's why I took this because I was.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate.
I pulled the thing.
I never tell the missus I love her, man.
Yeah,
man.
Sorry, I'll pause, mate. Go on.
Just sorry, Buzz. Go on.
Man, I think with Newcastle, like they've done well in their last sort of season and a half. I think this season, if you were to you'd be better off than you were last season if you managed to get a trophy. So whether that be the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, I think if you were to achieve the Champions League qualification, which I do back you guys to do, because I think come second half of the season, plus a couple of extra signings, perhaps, I know that you're going to want to be active in your January transfer window. Then you get to the point where maybe the fixture congestion spreads itself out a little bit. Get your players back in first team. Plus, then you've got your additions from January. You can finish the season strongly. You could perhaps go on a little run like Man City do. They sort of have your choppy waters sort of start to midpoint of the season, and then they much more smooth play sailing out towards the end of the season. So I think whether Newcastle can finish this season strongly and just build upon what's been good about this season.
Yeah, they have been a bit unlucky.
And I think they've got the right pieces in place to actually build upon it, because it's clear that there is direction at Newcastle, and everyone knows where they've got to go now. And I think knowing what it is this team needs, when it needs it, and layer things up. I think the guys that perhaps are dropping quality for this team that perhaps you're seeing might be on the chopping block for the summer coming up.
Yeah.
And then it's just you gradually put that, take the squad level up, but on average, you eventually get to I think almost the end goal.
I think it'd be the first time I would ever say in my life, watching football, that I would say I wouldn't swap positions with Man United. What I mean by that is as you've just said, we have a direction, we have an ownership that have a vision. At the moment, Man United, as much as I restore my youth, they're the team that started getting me to watch football, if I'm honest. On the yellow and green strip back in the day. Say, I like this. What's this football? Oh, right, okay. Then start to figure out that, I've got a local team, go to Newcastle. But I think it's the first time, as it's well documented, as I said, my wife's a Man United supporter, and it's the first time in a long time in my house I've had the bragging rights, let's be honest. You're still above us in the league, can I just add?
Somehow.
But I think the trajectory of the two clubs at the moment, until you take over, finally takes place, and you find out what the structure is going to be, and you find out what's going to happen with investments. What's going on with Sancho? You've got a £70 million player there. We all know how good of a player he is. Why isn't Ten Hag not get the best out of him, to get anything out of him? Let's be honest, anything. So, Could it be? Tonight, imagine if I could have turned around and said to my missus, we've just qualified for the Champions League knockout stages, and you're out. Not just out, but out. Not happened, unfortunately.
Not out, you're out.
If we'd get in your group, I fully reckon we would have gotten out of that group. And I think that says a lot for where Man United are.
I'd see you beating Galatasaray and dispatching Copenhagen quite easily. Those two teams, they struggle to beat each other. They seriously, on both occasions, struggle to beat each other. And I think Bayern are a team that they play a lot of possession, but man, you can get at that Bayern team. You can get at.
You can. They're not winning.
And, you probably would have finished between first or second place in our group easily. Without.
I fancy this for second, yeah. But again, it's ifs and buts and he's and she's, and it's so frustrating. You wait 30. I'm 30 in February, and I've sat here the other night, and I'm sitting watching Eddie. I'm not listening on, obviously. I don't know what he's going to say. I can kind of guess what he's going to say. Such a shame that we worked so hard last year to get fourth, and then because of injuries, let's be honest, we've not really been able to put out our best side tonight or against Paris, and we still should have beaten Paris. So I think we've got to take advantages from that and the positives from it.
That's just not in the Champions League, by the way, because you guys were churning up. Look at when Chelsea played against Newcastle a couple of weeks ago at home. Everyone was expecting, because of Newcastle had so many injuries, that we were going to stuff you, and you completely outplayed us off the pitch. And I mean that not in the sense of just, they were playing flicks, but they worked harder than us, they battled more than us, and they were ready when they had the ball to do damage with it, where we weren't. So, and that's exactly why you guys beat Arsenal as well. I just think, as I said, it's just a combination of bad luck. I think just on the night, you guys looked tired. When AC Milan scored, it rattled you a lot, like Fuzzy said. And you start to worry, don't you? It's in the back of your mind. So you drop deeper, you worry a bit more. Maybe, like you said as well, Andy, I don't think they were too attacking, but they weren't enough quality in attack. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really move it because... Yes, ma'am.
Eddie Howe's just said he couldn't be prouder of all the team who've performed. He could not be prouder. and he says it is what it is. But that's it. He could not be prouder.
Well, at least he's not making
He
excuses.
couldn't ask for any more from
Never
anyone.
does. He never does.
Oh, wow, hang on. Just to update you on news, apparently Arsenal have PSG in the round of the last 16, and City have Inter as a replay of last year's final.
Well, let's all support Inter.
Yeah.
No, I'll be honest. I'm a big fan of I will always say this: the season that Man City beat Liverpool. You know when Liverpool had that massive lead and Man City came back and won it. Season before COVID.
Yeah.
I still preferred watching Liverpool that season than Man City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Man City are a hell of a side.
Liverpool are the team to watch this season, I think.
But when you're spending 60, 70 million on every single player, I mean, Cancelo 60 million, Ake 50 million, John Stones 50 million, Kyle Walker 50 million, Bernardo Silva kicking on 40 odd million, and he was snatched from Monaco.
It's the amount of time he's had as well. He's had 8 years to bed that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell of a neck view there, man, didn't it?
And the funny thing is, in the first season, Pep Guardiola was in the Premier League. He didn't win the Premier League. He had to buy full fullbacks and a striker, and Fernandinho as well. You know, because that was their midfield after Yaya Toure left. But Fernandinho became their midfield general, and he didn't win the Champions League for a very long time as well. Because Pep's record in the Champions League isn't that great, especially with Bayern. Oh my God, it's shocking with Bayern.
I mean, I think that's a thing, isn't it? The shocking thing was they didn't win the Champions League early, and they did. It
was funny though. As soon as he left, they did though. I think was it Lewandowski? No, that was that beforehand with thingy. I can't remember. Strange though how football logic works, but I do think with you guys as well. You just need that little. You like us in that sense of you just need one or two more players to supplement the rest of the squad, and then you can start doing bits like. Because the thing is, I think. Sorry,
our problem is we don't have sellable assets like you.
Yes.
We're not going to be able to get rid of fringe players for 20, 30, 40 million pounds. Like, for example, Conor Gallagher for you. He'll go for plus 30 million easy. You've got look at Loftus-Cheek. You got good money, not great money for him, but you got decent money for him. We sell Almiron, he's 29. We're going to get 19, 20 million, 21 million for him most. We sell Callum Wilson potentially. Let's say I'm just saying, argument's sakes. You're not going to get much for Callum Wilson now because A, his injury record, and B, his age. His goal scoring record is unbelievable when you consider his goals to minutes when he starts.
Yeah, he can find it. He's a good squad player though. He's not a guy you'd want to start. Right?
You've got the Longstaffs of this world. You've got Gordon. Obviously, he's not going to be sold. So it's hard. You're scraping the barrel when you're looking at right. How are we going to raise funds to balance the sheets? We have to get the best out of fringe players to then sell them on. Crafty will get a few million for. Murphy you might get 15 million for. We're not going to be able to balance the books as quick as you. So it's going to be a longer story for us than I think it is, Chelsea.
Well, we were lucky in the sense of, even though in the football in the sense, we don't have an owner that knows exactly what he's doing yet. In a business sense, I will say this. In terms of off the pitch, I will say Chelsea are probably the most dangerous Premier League team because if there's a loophole to find or a gap in the rules to find, Todd Brody will exploit it to the maximum. And because the one thing about it is everyone, because I love when people say to me about FFP for Chelsea, it's just like, and why don't Newcastle spend this amount of money? It's like, no, you don't understand how.
Never thought of it. They never thought of it. Something as that.
No, but the thing is, they don't understand how it works because a lot of people say, why haven't Newcastle spent 300 million on like 10 players yet? It's just like that's because they need to build up their finances before they can spend lavishly. Same thing with us. Right? That's why even though we signed 1 billion worth of players, we sold like 600 mils worth as well. So it wasn't like it was just some of it was in and out, like literally.
We look at the ban on the 8-year contracts now. You can only have a player or a 5-year deal now with transfer fee. It was announced yesterday.
And that's a rule they brought in because of us.
Because of Ted, exactly. You know, he's not stupid. Clearly, he's not an idiot. The only thing that they need to do is surround themselves with people that know football a bit better. And I honestly think in time it'll be us and Chelsea. I honestly think that'll be the way in 4 or 5 years. If everything goes the way... Look, we've got to look at sport as it's happening at the minute, right? Boxing, I'm a huge boxing fan.
Oh, judging in boxing is terrible.
We've always wanted Wilder and Joshua fighting each other. We've always wanted Usyk, and look at what they're doing now. They must putting on next weekend. They've got a huge show on. Why they're doing it? It's not because it's the best for the sport. Like all the promoters are saying, no, they're doing it because the money dictates what happens in sport, and that's exactly. If we can dwindle our way, and I'm sure there's going to be dirty tactics in some way, shape, or form that might never get found, we will do it because we'll just buy companies and just do this and do that, and we will climb up the table. I'm sure of it.
All clubs do it, Andy. All clubs do it.
All clubs do it. Wherever there's money, there's corruption. I said this here ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Fuzzy, do you think Man United, that's something Man United need to do, maybe in the sense of with the Radcliffe coming in, maybe he needs to, because he's got what is it? He said he's got Lens, isn't it, or something? Who's he got over in France?
It's Nice, and
It's
I'll
Nice.
tell you what's funny.
Yeah.
Is Nice are right at the very top of their league, and they would probably, based off of qualifying positions, get priority in qualifying for Champions League. So if we were to finish fifth,
Rams a player
they
for them,
finish
mate.
second,
Mm.
they'll probably get priority, and yeah, I mean,
How can you make Man United not at least a priority? That would make no sense, bro. Come on, we do know the.
you'd have to ask UEFA how that one works, but
No, I don't talk to you, UEFA. Not after 2009. I don't talk to you, UEFA.
I got that one.
I get it, but I just think that's an organisation I hate with a passion. But anyway, let's wrap this up, folks, because we hit 2.5 hours. Fuzzy, do you want to shout out your channel, bro?
Yeah, sure. So Offers44OG on YouTube. Do plenty of match previews dotted around at the moment and match reactions, because tight schedules mean that as soon as you do a match reaction, you might as well start doing previews again. So it's quick turnaround time, but yeah, really, really good match reaction stream last night. I was absolutely sort of like
It was
dead
awesome,
inside.
Fuzzy. Awesome.
I was quite. It felt like I was dead inside, but I had to bring a bit of fire to this.
Bless him.
I felt dead inside.
But yeah, literally, it's just what.
I bet you felt that. I bet you felt that as well after the performance. I'll be honest, because my wife buggered off at 9 o'clock and she was like, "I'm not speaking to you." No, she went upstairs.
Don't blame her at all. And I'll tell you what, there's big implications financially for that as well, by the way. Massive financial implications considering the financial situation we're in at the moment. We could be headed for Leeds territory. If you know, you know. We could very legitimately be heading for Leeds territory, which is
Smith from them. So well done.
it's it's not looking good, man. But yeah, big ups to you. Thank you for the invitation to the show. Big ups to Andy and Mama Flossie for joining on the show as well. Commiserations for tonight, but just know you're not alone. In last
The best thing is, mate, I'm used to it.
Yeah, we're used to it.
Hold their heads up.
Yeah.
I'm just used to the disappointment. I think that's what it is. I think I blame the wife. She tells us no that often that I just get used to it.
We're going to keep domestics off this channel, thank you.
I'll tell you what, if you guys are used to disappointment, I need to learn some tips from you, because we might be headed that.
Come join the army, Fuzzy.
Well, ma'am, would you like to leave any parting messages?
No, not even.
Moving on.
I don't have a channel. I support all of you lot.
So anything you want to say?
And all the time, I'll big her up there. Like every bloody video I watch, you're always in the comments, giving good love, and honestly, hats off to you, darling.
Absolutely, no. I support all the lads, and I do what I can for them. You know, and
I'm a Flossie. Who's your favourite?
What?
Who's your favourite?
Who's my favourite? I don't have a favourite.
Can't ask her that. That's not nice.
And that's
No,
why
I
I said
don't
I
have
was
a
joking. I
favourite.
didn't mean
These
it.
are all of you, all our community. These are all special in your own way.
That's true.
But
Big
no.
up Carl. I don't know where he's gone. He was at the beginning of the stream as well. But Andy, yourself, mate, any messages? Or?
No, just big up your channel, mate. Thank you very much for having I mean, how many people just, you see me on a couple of videos, commented a few times, inboxed us, and you know, it's nice to know that someone will send you drop a message and say, look, mate, I think you're great. Give us a chance to come on and have a chat with you, really.
I said to you the
there's
other
so
day,
many
I'll
YouTubers
always
like.
give you a chance, like, if you want to drop you a link, I'll always will, bro. Like, I did say that to you.
It's just nice that people give you an opportunity when you haven't got a channel to just give your opinion, and you've got no obviously bias. You know, I don't support the same team as you and all that malarkey. We'll have a chat privately and whatnot.
It's community. Like Mama Flossie said, it's about the community, and that's another reason why I wanted to do it, because like Mama Flossie is the only other, and she knows this herself, like is the only legit other member of my channel. In terms of she has admin control over my channel, so if anything went wrong with me and I was like, Mama Flossie, I need you to just shut it down for me, and I'll say it up like, God forbid I've lost me leg.
But if it's only 99 pence, you'll have another one by the end of the night. I'll give you that.
Well, fair enough, but I just wanted to, because obviously she's a Newcastle. Excuse me, Mam is a Newcastle fan, so I just wanted to do something that she could do, jump on, because like not many people do things for her. She does a lot of like moderating for everyone else, including myself. So I just thought, like dedicated stream with, and hopefully she would come on, as I said to you, to come on as well, being the Newcastle fans. And as I said, you both said you don't have your own channels, and it's nice when people look out for you. So I thought, what the hell? You know what I mean? And if you're both comfortable with this, I might make it a little regular thing that I'll try and get you guys both on as well. Because obviously I adore Mama Flossie. She's so encouraging to me. She's always been very kind, and I've always been utmost respectful when I speak to her, because I know like she'll slap the taste out of her mouth if I don't. So
it's the enthusiasm for it, isn't it? I mean, you got to acknowledge it. You got to, because I could be on Steve's feed, I can be on, and I'll always see your comments. So dedication's definitely something. It's forced myself, mate. I've said to you, I'll be open as I can. My son's autistic, and he sleeps 3 hours at a time. So I might say I'm going to be available, and then I'm not.
You did say that. And you've been in and out.
So
anyway, so thank you.
It's a case of if I can support it and help it, I'd love to make something a little bit more permanent, because ultimately, if I want a channel, I'm going to have to get my face out there and get my voice heard. And
I tell you what, it's funny you mentioned that, because soon, and me and Fuzzy knows this, and Mama Flossie knows this as well. A lot of me and the other boys that I talk to, we've been talking about maybe doing a group discussion show with a whole bunch of us. So
and I'm the VAR and refereeing it.
Yeah, it should be moderating it at some
You'll
point.
not be any worse than PSG, anyways.
No, we don't give handballs, man. And I'm not being funny. Unless you've been shot on the pitch and go down Stephen Taylor style, like the infamous.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, against Villa. That was the same game. Joey Barton, Lee Boyer, and Kieran Dyer had the fight. I was at that game.
Yeah. Because they were down to 10 at the time. I know they both got.
That was a long time ago.
That was
long time ago.
2008.
It was what?
Shearer was manager then.
Yes, aye.
I know my history.
My days.
We had a European Cup semi-final the week after that.
Yes, you did, and you lost it, didn't you?
Lisbon. We had Dyer out. We had Boyer out. We had we had a few players out that night. Hugo Viana wasn't available, and we had a
hang on, Rosie, I'll put Fuzzy's description.
Can you put the links in, Wolfie?
I'm on it, man. I'm on it. I promise.
All right. Well, I'm just checking.
Yes, ma'am. No problem. You won't get any
sort it out, lad.
I promise. Are you getting wrong?
Oh, he's getting wrong.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
We even know what that means, Andy, because apparently we're the only ones who say, "Oh, you'll get wrong for that." Did you know that?
Hang on.
It's one of them things, isn't it?
Copied.
Can you remember your first game at St James's Park?
I can. It was Crystal Palace in the FA Cup third round. I'm 38 now. I'm 38 in February. I must have been 14. My mum and dad never took. They were like, "You're not paying £30 to go to a game." Anyways, cut a long story short, I got myself a paper round and I saved up the money. Yes. I got a bit of help. Shout out to Sammy Lamb. I got a bit of a help from her, and went with my mate. And Shearer scores a free kick in the first half from outside the area, in off the post, and the guy in front of us jumped up, and I never seen it.
Oh,
So I got this thing, like, my dad used to say to us, you got the best view in the house, sitting watching it in the house. So about 3-4 years after that, I was like, well, I can see everything in the house.
Yeah, I know. But it's
And then
atmosphere-wise.
And then I went with an ex-girlfriend to a game, and we had a big game. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Tranmere, the FA Cup.
Tranmere Rovers.
Yeah, we had them in the quarters. We got Sheffield United that year as well. It was the year we got the final. I must have been 10.
aye. Uh-huh.
And we got the final. We got Arsenal in the final of the FA Cup, and I just remember the atmosphere when I got up the top of the stairs. It was just before kick-off, and the music was going du, 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 and I was there. You just feel like you belonged, and yeah, I loved it. Man. That was. It's a shame that my first match isn't my first memory. Really, my second game's my best memory. It was just unbelievable.
Rosie, I'm afraid Andy and Mama Flossie don't have channels. Just to let you know.
Not yet. But thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll have to call out. We'll call it the Flossie Bell.
Aye.
That's a good one. Oh, by the way, you'll be happy to know that Hot Fuzz is not frozen. He's just sitting there listening.
No, he's just sitting quietly. He always does, bless him.
Hot Fuzz froze.
I'm very good at just doing like hell.
When you're in a gangster pimp.
Bit like his team last night.
Aye.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit like what is it? Drax from the bloody Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh wait, and be invisible.
Yeah, I'll turn invisible.
You mean that's like the Watchmen? Do you remember? Who remembers? No, not Watchmen. Mystery Men back in the day. Who remembers that movie, Mystery Men?
No.
When he's got the invisible boy, but you can't turn invisible when people are watching him. You have to turn your back on him and all sorts. It's weird.
I tell you, who's turned invisible for Man United, Rashford, because he was against us.
No, that's not him going invisible. That's his next jail term. Didn't you hear? Didn't you know that Man United get all their players out of Pentonville and stuff like that? They just go on a line up. I'll have number 4, please. How much will he cost? How much is his bail now? That's their new transfer fee.
You locked it, and I hate him, and I mean I hate him. Bruno Fernandes, I hate him. If you did not have him, you would not score as many goals as you do. He's so creative. I know he gives the ball away a lot, but his passing ability when he receives it and then gets it out his feet and passes it, it's very, very good. I just hope that we didn't think, that he could add something to us, which he could, but I couldn't get behind Bruno Fernandes. I really couldn't.
Well, look, thank you, everybody. We've been going nearly 2 hours and 45 minutes. I just want to say thank you, everybody. DJ Crane in the chat, Early Doors, Sire, Drew, Lady Macduff, obviously, like another queen of YouTube, just like the Mama. Who else have we missed? Going all the way up. I've never had so many messages, man. I know how fuzzy felt last night. Big up Carl as well. Surprised I seen Yeti in the chat somewhere.
Yeti will be playing games now.
Well, he's out of it here to there. AFC always. Obviously, Naz, that's who I was missing. He was in earlier as well. And obviously, Carl Rossi. Thank you, everybody, for turning up. It's been very, very, very nice having you all here. Thank you for the watch.
Nice to meet you, Andy.
Yes, to meet you, Don, as well. Yes, lovely to put a face to a name.
Well, the thing is, I was just happy because that's why I said a minute ago, both of you don't have your own YouTube, but you're both so class. So I just thought, if it's a Newcastle game.
I know, but as I've told you a million times before, I don't talk tactics, football.
I know, but you don't have to. You just,
you ask me about the player, I'll say he's got blonde hair and he wears black and white. He's good. You know what I mean? That's about my summation.
Yeah.
Of anybody.
Well, no offense, mate. For me, mate, you took more sense than most, man. So
when my dad used to come up, my dad's not interested in football. When my dad used to come over, when Joe Linton was having his best period, he scanned, who's that fucking big enforcer? And I went, which one you mean? He went, one that's got his bloody hair bleached blonde like a stupid horse. The things that my dad says, and I'm like, Joe Linton. He's like, him. I'd have him. And if I was stuck in a bar fight, I'd have him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's old school, mate. That's old school. I'll still kick his ass. But anyway, everyone, good night. Oh, sorry. Yeah, take care.
Take care, everybody.
God bless, and take care, everyone. Stay safe. And catch you on the
Bye.
next stream. Bye.
Bye.